What is battlecourt Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a Karen Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Joe Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Joe Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
Another
one.
mate. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Go Sherry, 2-all return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A battlecourt game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battlecourt Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battlecourt Jai-Alai.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jai-Alai. Live from Jam Arena, tonight's game day will feature the Devils and Warriors. And with that, I'd like to welcome everybody back to another edition of the Spring 26 Battlecourt season. Andrew Bleckman joined alongside Stu Nyman to bring you tonight's contest between the Devils and Warriors. Stu, how you doing?
Andrew, always good to be here and looking forward to the beginning of this match.
We're going to get right into it here with Division 4 doubles for the Devils. That'll be Echeberry and Kubala with a 3-3 record so far this season. For the Warriors, it's Alex and Bueno.
Echeberry serves. We begin. Bueno's there. Kubala on the scoop has a tip ball. First point for Alex and Bueno of the Warriors. Alex has a serve. Scoreboard will be updated in just a moment. Robote to the outside. Echeberry picks it up on the bounce. Costi up the middle, off the tip. Bueno assessed on the scoop attempt. That's 1-1. Echeberry serves for the Devils.
And just a huge match to open up this game day between the Devils and Warriors. I mean, these are two teams that are towards the bottom of the standings. The Devils coming in last place. The Warriors are tied right now for 4th place with the Cyclones. So both of these teams need to start making a push up. And there's some big points on the line tonight.
Backhand clip caught by Echeberry on the forehand. Scoop in and out of the basket. A second point for Echeberry and Kubala.
And look, with two strong front front quarters up there in front of these back quarters, it's really going to come down to the guys Bueno and Kubala here. I mean, who can make more consistent catches in this division, Division 4, with the weaker player in back? That's usually what it comes down to. Who can make more plays? And Bueno, throughout the season, has been more sure-handed, but a few misses early.
Rebote left side by Alex. Kubala in and out of the cesta on the forehand. We're tied up 2-2. Alex serves for the Warriors.
And look for Kubala. I mean, that's one that you wouldn't really think about. I mean, he's coming to his right side, not really too difficult. He goes up for it, a little bit of contact in the backcourt, but just still an uncharacteristic miss. Haven't really seen the same Kubala out here at Jam Arena, but he has gotten better the last third of this season, too.
Powerful backhand by Kubala. Kubala on the forehand. Alex is there. Backhand from the 6. Floater picked up by Bueno. That one took off, hit the overhead screen. That's out of play. 3 points for the red shirts. That's the Devils. Echeverry and Kubala.
Some early observations, too. I mean, it looks like Echeverry's been a lot more aggressive through these first couple points. I mean, he's hanging a little deeper
deep, yeah.
in the backcourt than
we've
seen him at any point this year. I mean, Alex, that's kind of where he's been positioned all year long. But for Echeverry, definitely changing it up, and that's how he has to play. I mean, if your backcourt is getting beat up back there, step back and take a few more balls.
What a catch by Kubala. Alex has it. Sends it back. Here's the backhand by Kubala. Alex is there. Rebote forehand. Kubala on the catch. Kubala on the hop. Backhand from the 7. Rebote. That rebound off the back wall coming out. Caught by Echeverry. Echeverry, low runner, blasted to the inside. Bueno, great catch down by his ankles.
Good adjustment late. Oh, what a rebote.
Bueno gets in there, low catch. Here's the backhand.
Right on the wall.
A 4th point for Echeverry and Kubala. Echeverry serves.
A good consistent play so far. I mean, in a matchup like this, if you're Echeverry, you're not going to throw a whole lot of shots. I mean, you're not going to test Alex to the outside. He's proven time and time again. He's got the foot speed to defend just about anybody. So rally to the inside, cross the sidewall, keep testing Bueno, but he goes for a carom, and that's a good one.
That carom scores. Beautifully executed. 3 points for Alex and Bueno. Alex serves.
But getting back to the aggressive play from Echeverry, I mean, he's darting to the inside off the serve. I mean, you see he's already taking a few steps. Bueno recognizes that, kicks it off the sidewall first and gets it to open up. Perfect carom. Gets him back to just a 1-point deficit.
Here's the backhand by Bueno. Kubala. Ball tipped in the backcourt. That's a 5th point for the Devils. Echeverry and Kubala. Possible set point.
Again, just a surprise for Bueno here. I mean, he's catching above 92% this year, which is the 2nd highest of any 5th-ranked player. Kubala's, a percentage point below him, but the miss is just starting to pile up here for Bueno. I mean, a little bit surprising. I mean, it's a big spot for him, but we'll see what they can do here to get back in this set now.
Kubala on the catch. Here's the backhand. Alex
Really
playing deep.
Yeah.
Kubala, backhand to the inside. Alex, all the way to the 9 line. Alex from the 8, lower and harder. Kubala with a tip ball. 4 points for Alex and Bueno of the Warriors. Echeverry and Kubala with 5. Still possible set point here for the Devils.
Alex taking a few steps back and taking control of that point. Same strategy that the Devils are trying to implement. Just put it on the sidewall, test Kubala there, and second miss in this set for him now.
Fine catch, powerful throw by Alex. Robote coming out. Echeverry, low to the inside. Ball tipped. Point and set for Echeverry and Kubala of the Devils. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Player next set. So things got started pretty quickly here today, Andrew.
Well,
there was a lot of frenetic activity, and then boom, serve.
Right into the action, and then right into this Division 4 matchup that is just huge, as we said, in this game day between the Devils and Warriors. Let's take a look at the standings for a second here, because coming into today, you see the Devils and Warriors down there at the bottom, but I mean, we got a log jam there from second down to last place. I mean, only 1 point separating those remaining 5 teams. The Chargers with a big win last night over the Cyclones, so the Chargers move up, solidifying their spot atop the standings, and the Cyclones, they stay put, keeping the other 4 teams really in it for the playoffs. And on a game day like this, you got 2 singles matches and 4 doubles matches throughout this season. Heavy doubles days have really benefited the Devils, but the Warriors, too, have had some really strong doubles performances throughout the season. We'll give you the rest of the slate tonight. We've got singles coming up next. That'll be Division 4 matchup between Benetrix and Carbio. Remember, Carbio is subbing for Cabrera, who remains out for the rest of the season.
Always a good time when Carbio's in the building, no question.
And those 2 played off in doubles earlier. Now we get a chance in singles. Then we got Division 1 doubles in match 3. Echeverry and Aratz will take on Douglas and Manning, followed by Division 6. That's Kubala and Rock against Correa and Bueno. Then we'll go back to singles, Aratz against Douglas in Division 1, and then we'll close it out with some doubles, Division 5, between Benny and Rock and Correa and Bueno. Again, that Division 5 matchup, Bueno substituting for Cabrera in the back. So 2 of the 6 matches today for the Warriors will feature a sub. And across the, looks like here, 7 matches that the Warriors have played with a sub in Division 5 and Division 4 singles, they have just 1 win. So again, kind of starting off a little bit behind here, but that's what Alex and Bueno can do. They need to come back in this match, get at least this set here, and see what could happen in set number 3.
Ready to begin the second set of this match. Alex has the serve.
And this is the second and final matchup between these 2 teams in the regular season. The first one was played pretty early in the year, back in March 5th. And Alex and Bueno won that one 6-4 in a 3rd set. Again, they've proven they can beat this team, Alex and Bueno. They need to here. Lost the first set, but Alex has got the serve. Ready to begin set 2 with an outside one. The ball's on it.
Alex takes that on the bounce. Forehand. Caught by Kubala. Ball from the right side. Big bounce. Here's the backhand by Kubala. Kubala on the backhand from the 9 line. Echeverry picks it up on the bounce. Placement inside. Bueno on the run with tip ball at the 6 line. First point of the second set goes to Echeverry and Kubala.
And look, in this matchup, if Echeverry gets it on the costado, I don't think there's any reason to throw outside. Alex may be baiting him to try to throw a 2-wall that he could pick off, keep it inside, force Bueno to make the catch, and even if he does get there, he's not going to do much with it. The last thing you want to do is give it to Alex outside where he can do a bunch of damage.
Echeverry moves up on it, makes the catch. Here's the backhand. Robote. Robote left side, kicks to the inside, kicks up.
Oh.
Kubala. Tremendous catch on the left side.
Kicked up, he still made the play.
Alex following it back to the 8 line. Big backhand. Kubala's there. Rotate forehand by Alex. Cut off by Echeverry. Alex calls for the rebote. Etcheberry's on it. 2-all, 2 score. 2 points for Etcheberry and Kubala.
Well, this is undoubtedly the best that Etcheberry's looked throughout this season. I mean, his positioning is tremendous. I mean, he's aggressive, demanding the ball and getting in there and taking a few more than he has throughout the year. And the shot's working, too. I mean, first 2 points of this set, one to the inside, which draws Alex back to the inside. So what does he do next? Throws the 2-all, which scores easily. Good variety, good execution. Now a 2-0 lead.
Sorry, Andrew.
No, it's okay, Stu. I was talking too long.
That's an overserve. Second serve must be good. Is there a real difference between my outward announcer's voice, my conversational voice with you? Like, big difference?
No, not much of one.
Okay. Here's a catch by Bueno, forehand.
I may be the wrong guy to ask, though. I'm too close to the source.
We do spend a lot of time talking with each other. Or to each other.
Could blend in.
Yeah. Rebote. Rebote forehand by Alex. Caught. Almost. That ball's tipped by Etcheberry as he's moving back. That's a point for Alex and Bueno of the Warriors. Alex serves.
And, you know, what we've seen throughout the years is moving up on the ball and trying to make a catch is a lot easier than trying to range back and reach blind over your head. Even for a player like Etcheberry, going to see a few more misses that way and gets the Warriors their first point of this set.
Excellent catch by Kubala. Here's the backhand. Alex at the 8 line. That ball is tipped at the side wall. A 3rd point for the Devils. Etcheberry and Kubala. Etcheberry serves.
And that's a couple times now that Kubala's put it right along the side wall, forcing the second miss from Bueno there. You know, when Alex is playing so deep, that's kind of affecting Bueno's confidence, and then he's got to make a tough play on the side wall. I understand the strategy, but again, really difficult to play 1-on-2 successfully on this court. We haven't really seen at any point this year. And not the doubles division this high either.
Excellent catch by Etcheberry. The 2-all pushed and hits the pad. The pad is bad. 2 points for Alex and Bueno. Alex has the serve.
And there's just so much risk when you go for a shot to the outside. Again, that one, it's easy to say when he drops it in the pad and he scored earlier, but you just don't want to give the ball anywhere close to Alex. And then even on the 2-wall, you know, bad things can happen before the ball even arrives to him. Keep it inside. There was so much space and could have been 4-1. Instead, 3-2.
Here's Alex with the backhand from 9 line. Alex playing deep. Aye! That caught the pad. Any part of the pad's bad. 4 points for Etcheberry and Kubala. Etcheberry serves.
Luckily,
wow.
it caught the pad and not Etcheberry.
Well, yeah. I mean, well, you know,
Alex
is a feisty player. Then that's, I mean, to me, that constitutes a backcourt cortada. I'm not personally a fan. But it was a front quarter throwing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter if it's a front court. If he's at the 9 line, it's a backcourt cortada.
Excellent catch by Etcheberry. There's the backhand. Bueno playing deep. Rebote for Alex. Etcheberry moves in. That 2-all. Again. Too low. 3 points for Alex and Bueno. The Warriors, Alex serves.
So now he's thrown 3 2-alls. The first one scored. The last 2 he's given away to the Warriors before they even had a chance.
There's something about seeing Alex running up on your... If you have Alex in your periphery, that's why.
And the last place you want to go
commit to the throw and make the throw.
Yeah.
Here's the backhand. Here's Bueno. Kubala sends it deep. Rebote forehand by Alex. Kubala back to the inside, off the wall. Alex makes the catch. Big right side. Rebote coming out. Etcheberry on the rebote, hard to the inside. Alex stops it in the air.
Good ball.
Alex and Bueno tied up. 4-4 is the score. Alex has the serve.
You know, it's interesting. Alex comes into this match with the third most kills on the roster with 58. The most shot attempts, he's got 171 of those, and this has been the least aggressive he's been in terms of shot making in any one match. It just doesn't call for it. You know, if Kubala can miss those to the inside like that, keep firing, and worst case, he makes
ace.
a catch. Yep. Right back
By
at him.
Alex. 5 points. Possible set point here for the Warriors.
Beautiful
It's a
serve.
particularly vicious Cortada serve.
Forcing Kubala to move up and try to make that catch on the run.
Fault under serve. Second serve must be good. If you're Etcheberry, you're thinking about, can I get close enough to it to pick it? But remember, it's coming sidearm. It's not coming from 3/4 or over the top. Well, that one is. Here's the backhand by Kubala. Bueno. From the 9 line. Rebote. Rebote, left side to the inside. Big bounce brought down by Bueno. Fine catch. Kubala sends it deep. Bueno takes it on the right side. Etcheberry's on it. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Rebote. Rebote to the inside. Kubala advances. Makes the catch. Backhand. Caught by Bueno. Low hard backhand. What a catch by Bueno. Excellent play. Kubala keeps it going. High and hard to the back wall. Out to the Rebote. Alex is there. 2-wall. Rebote will score. Point and set for Alex, and Bueno of the Warriors will move on to a third set in just 2 minutes.
Very well played there by the Warriors. And how about that shot by Alex in the end? A Rebote 2-wall is thrown perfectly. That's exactly the type of shot that you have to counter an aggressive front quarter like Etcheberry and how he's playing today. I mean, if he's going to be darting to the inside every time the Rebote's coming out, well, what can you do as the defensive team in that case, being the Warriors? Throw a shot, move him to the outside, force him to go out there and get one. And Alex did that a few times in the set, and they closed it out 6-4. Alex was doing just about everything he could in that set. I mean, playing as deep as we've ever seen. And we said, you know, it's tough 2-on-1, but, you know, Alex is kind of breaking that trend we've seen throughout the year. He's trying to do it successfully. Just played so well. And technically perfect. I mean, keeping the ball on the sidewall, just making tough catches. I mean, it's not like the typical action, the explosiveness, all the stuff from Alex. It's just good traditional highlight.
You know, we have Carbio coming out next, and you know, Alex and Carbio have to be kept apart. You know, there has to be at least a distance. I believe it's a 15 feet less.
Yeah, that's what it was last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There has to be at least 15 feet between those two players. Otherwise, the kinetic energy just blow the roof off of the historic Miami Jai-Alai building here.
I don't doubt it.
Which has survived every hurricane since 1926. But we're not
survive
sure if it can survive. Not sure if it can survive that much energy.
Well, and you look at this game day, too. I mean, you got Benetrix undefeated coming out against Carbio up next. I mean, you got to expect, you know, the Devils are a pretty big favorite in that one. And then you look over at the Division 5 matchup later in the game day, also another match where the Devils are a pretty big favorite to win. So you're looking at this one. This is a toss-up. I mean, in a match where Alex and Bueno have put together a 5-2 record so far this year, that is actually the best doubles record of any team for the Warriors. So Alex and Bueno have been great all year. They've kind of led them to this point where they are in the standings, and this would be a timely win and an untimely loss. Either way you slice it, Stu. We'll see what happens here in this third and final set, and it will be the Devils with control of the serve.
Ready to begin our third set. Etcheberry has the serve for the Devils. Etcheberry serves. We begin. Bueno from the forehand at the 8 line. Etcheberry, powerful left side, drops into the corner. Alex makes the save. Etcheberry takes it out of the air. Costi fired hard, scoop by Bueno.
Wow,
Scoop attempt missed at the side wall. That would have been a difficult play. Alex and Bueno of the Warriors are on the board first in the third set.
And he gets a salute from Alex, too. I mean, that's just the type of play that can get Bueno right back in this match with full confidence. Incredible scoop, what would have been a winning throw by Etcheberry, and then puts it right on the side wall that gets by Kubala. That's a big turning point, even in this third and final set.
Back to the Cortada serve, stopped by Kubala. Kubala advances, makes this catch. There's the backhand. Bueno from the 8 line. Rebote. Rebote forehand by Alex, passes. Good catch by Kubala. Rebote left side by Alex, little clip. Kubala's on it in the backcourt. Etcheberry moves in, cross court, stops it from crossing the wall. Powerful backhand. Rebote by Alex, high to the inside. Big bounce, brought down by Kubala. Alex, difficult catch, pulling it off the wall. Ball tipped in the backcourt. A second point for Alex and Bueno. Alex serves.
Yeah, and they're just moving Kubala around there in the backcourt. Did it in the second set. Trying to do the same thing here in set number 3. It really helps having a good right side. I mean, if Alex can get it over Etcheberry's head, cross the sidewall consistently, get it dropping into Kubala's basket, that's where we've seen Kubala really struggle this season.
Backhand by Kubala. Alex is there. Bueno, hard catch off the sidewall, deep in the backcourt. Etcheberry playing deep, backhand from the 8. Rebote forehand by Alex. Pulled off the wall by Etcheberry. The 2-all scores perfectly to score. Devils on the board with the point and the serve.
No hesitation that time on the 2-wall. I mean, he got crossed up the last 2 attempts and dropped them both low, and one very low. But that one he was inside, probably his most difficult execution, and it was perfect.
Bueno on the forehand. Etcheberry takes it off the wall. Powerful backhand. Stopped with a hop by Alex. Bueno now, backhand from the 8 line. Rebote forehand fired over the top. Alex takes it on the bounce. Here's his backhand. This one's caught by Bueno. Bueno over the top. Etcheberry takes that on the bounce. Placement to the inside. Will score. Light touch makes it 2-2.
Sometimes it's not about the droppiness of the drop shot, but the placement. And this is a great example. It's still bouncing pretty high into the service box, but look at how tight it is to the side wall. I always say the slow-moving balls are sometimes a lot more difficult to catch than the fast ones. And another one that trips up Alex. 2-2 in this third set now, and he's not going to get there. An ace.
Ace scores 3 points for Etcheberry and Kubala.
Wow. That ball just died as it came out of the service box. Contact with the sidewall killed a lot of the speed, and Bueno late to react. Not going to get up there.
Fault underserve. Here's Bueno on the catch. Forehand. Sent high to the backcourt. And Kubala's there. Great throw by Bueno. Alex powerfully to the backcourt. Kubala makes a stop. Backhand. Alex backing up. We'll take that in the air just behind the 8 line. Off the wall. Missed. Tied up. 3-3. Alex serves.
Echeverry just trying to instill some more confidence in Kubala, telling him all is good, got to stay in it here. 3-3 in the third set, fresh ball coming out here. Look out for this serve from Alex.
Good catch by Kubala. Here's the backhand. Ball tipped as it went to the outside. That's a 4th point for Echeverry and Kubala of the Devils. Echeverry serves.
Yeah, I can't imagine that's where Echeverry wanted to put that ball. He's got it on the costado. He just hooks it, and it just comes straight to Alex. I mean, up and in on him, so that kind of forced the miss. But if you're Alex, I think he expects to make that catch.
Powerful forehand by Bueno. Rebote, not coming up. 4-4 is the score. Alex serves.
That one not coming off the wall like they have previously in this match. Stayed to the inside, and it's a good illustration of why Kubala can't let that ball touch the floor. If he does, well, the rebote might not make its way back out to Echeverry.
Here's the catch by Kubala off an excellent serve by Alex. Bueno makes the catch on the left side. Keeps it on the side wall. Kubala pulls it off. Alex on the forehand from the 7. Up the middle. Caught in the air by Kubala. Alex playing deep. Makes the catch on the 9. Kubala to the inside. Rebote. Rebote left side. Big bounce. Alex from the 7. Excellent effort by Kubala. That ball is tipped. That is 5 points for Alex and Bueno of the Warriors. This is possible. Match point.
You know, a lot of credit to Alex here. I mean, it's just been the same thing over and over. Right side, crossing to the inside. I don't know. Kubala was saying something. It must have been funny because Bueno laughed. I don't know if it was something to us. Probably was.
Well, we can't hear through the glass, but Kubala does have a really good sense of humor. Excellent serve by Alex. Even better catch by Kubala. Bueno takes it in the air. Echeverry moves in. Powerful backhand, a bullet to the corner coming out. Alex for the rebote. Echeverry takes it in the air. Powerful one coming in low.
Wow, juggled.
And it's juggled. It is 5-5. This is match point.
Wow. And what a big match this is in the grand scheme of this season. Whoever wins this will take a 1-0 lead on the game day, but this just sets up the rest of the way for both of these sides. Probably, if you had to say more important for one team, probably more important for the Warriors here because of how strong Alex and Bueno have been this year, and you saw that juggle there. Bueno falling out of the basket. Let's see how it plays out.
Catch by Bueno. Echeverry, fine catch. Powerful backhand, headed right for the corner. Dropping. Kubala keeps the point alive. Rebote for Alex. It's a 2-all. Stopped on the forehand. Echeverry. Echeverry rifling this one. It is tipped all the way to the end. Excellent match. Point and match for Echeverry and Kubala, taking it 6-5 in the third set.
Well, hey, now we'll get to ask Kubala what he said to us, Stu. 6-5 in the third set. What a comeback win there for the Devils. And again, when you play so deep as Alex was throughout that match, well, the rebote comes up and in on you. It clips the side wall, and it backfires on the last point. Wow, 6-5. The Devils escape. You get the win. Up next, we'll go to some singles. Benetrix will take on Carbio in Division 4.
As soon as that high-lie ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
What a win there for Echeverry and Kubala. Now joining us over in the cage. Echeverry, I mean, just the way you started off the match, your positioning was very aggressive, a lot of the shots working. Talk about some of the strategy that you guys used to knock off Alex and Bueno today.
Yes, today I think it's very important to play aggressive because Alex is a big player of the league. And Kyle played great today, and I think it's for that's a win for us.
Yeah, and Kyle, Kubala rather, what did you say to us? I mean, down 5-4, was it something that we can share or rather not on the broadcast?
I said, look, Andrew, the 2v1 does work.
Oh, that's actually pretty funny. Okay, I thought it was something to me, but that makes sense. Look, you heard it in the broadcast. At the end of the day, it didn't, guys. What a big win there and huge start to your day. Congrats.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Okay, it makes sense, Stu. Kyle is a funny guy. We knew that. And he was making a joke.
What a sense of humor.
Yeah, what a sense of humor on that guy. All right, Stu. We'll change gears. We'll go over to the singles now. Division 4. That'll bring out Echeverry for the Devils. Undefeated, 4-0 so far this year. And he will take on Carbio, who is subbing in this match for Cabrera. Carbio has substituted a couple of times this season. He's 0-2 in those two matches. Obviously coming in off the taxi squad here, a little bit difficult in this spot. You know, he's not a regular rotational player on one of these teams, so he gets a few less reps. And then on top of it, he gets probably his most difficult matchup in Division 4 singles up here against Benetrix, who has not lost a singles match in his battle court career. Benetrix was 5-0 last season, now 4-0 within a win here, making it back-to-back perfect seasons. Benetrix has the serve to begin. Just about ready to start match number 2.
We are ready to begin our next match, a singles match. Benetrix will serve for the Devils. Receiving for the Warriors is, of course, Carbio. Had to throw that, of course, in. Can you feel the energy? Do you feel
I
the
feel
disturbance in the force? Do you?
It feels like the roof's about to blow off, as you said.
I'm telling you. So keep an eye on Alex. Benetrix serves. We begin. Great catch by Carbio. Powerful backhand. Pushes Benetrix to the 10 line. Robote. Robote forehand. Benetrix has it on the bounce. Carbio with a missed Robote. First point. This match goes to Benetrix, the Devils. He serves. And I mean, this isn't to say that there's not tremendous energy on the court. I mean
right
Max,
here. How about
Max
that,
goes
Stu?
as hard as anybody on the roster.
Who's Max?
Benetrix, sorry.
Okay. I only get their last name, so you must have the premium edition. You get all the information.
I subscribe. I pay the extra $2.95 a month. Yeah,
It
I
adds
get
up,
the first
kid,
name.
Some are
difficult to
over
pronounce.
12 months. Yeah.
Powerful backhand by Carbio, goes all the way to the 10 line, right side. Carbio, eyes on the ball, makes a great catch. Hard forehand. Here's the backhand by Benetrix. Robote on the high bounce. Carbio hooked Robote at the side wall. 2 points for Benetrix. He serves.
Yeah, kind of the same thing when that high lofting Robote comes out. I mean, the pace at which it comes off the back wall sets the pace of the next throw, and when it's moving that slowly, the tendency is to hook the Robote like that or just miss it. 2 quick points here for Benetrix, and Carbio struggled just staying in these points. He's not as sharp as the other guys because he's not on a full team, and that shows in his catch rate, which is 4th lowest of all singles players, just 88%.
Powerful forehand by Benetrix. Shoots up, so did Carbio. That ball just missed. A 3rd point for Benetrix. He serves.
That's amazing because typically that would kind of respond like the chick-jack and just die back there in the corner. The rebote came out, but Carbio leapt.
Well, and
he's got a habit
with
of
a
doing
lot
that
of power.
too.
I mean, a lot of power. Carbio going for that with the forehand. That ball is missed. That is an ace. 4 points. Benetrix serves.
One of the more effective serves in singles. That's now his 8th ace, tied for 4th on the roster.
Carbio, fine catch. That's a difficult catch. Backhand. Lands out. 5 points. Possible. Set point.
Yeah, that one just clipped, and that ball has a tendency to just keep sailing out of play out on this court. Great job by Benetrix. Foot on the line. If it goes past you, let it go. Oh, and that one, too. That's going to be close, though.
Excellent catch by Benetrix. He's going for 3-wall play and gets a chick-jack to score. Point and set to Benetrix. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Player next set.
Yeah, Benetrix making quick work of Carbio in the first set, but as you know, you need to win 2 out of 3 to take the match here in battlecourt, so still halfway to getting the win. 6-0 in the first set.
Well, the best advice there is about playing Carbio for Benetrix or someone else who's not familiar with Carbio's style of play is just stick to the basics. Catch the ball, stop it, throw your shot.
Right, because he can be an intimidating guy to play against with all the extra movements and energy and wild shots that he's made throughout his career. It can be difficult to just stay focused and stay in the match. And for Benetrix,
we've frequently spoken about the highlight reel or the introduction reel that plays as part of the introduction to the show every day.
The Carbio compilation.
Yeah, exactly.
There?
It's about 2/3 Carbio, and a lot of it is, well, in strict highlight terms, not wonderful play.
Not great form.
It's very exciting, but a lot of it's jumping in front of the other guy. And it's generally you move behind the other guy to get the ball when you can, when you can. But as far as an explosive player, as far as an exciting player, as far as a player who's someone we're very proud of as being one of the original Magic City players in 2018, Michael Carbio's pretty high up there.
Well, Benetrix, the top of this 4th division of singles now for the 2nd year in a row, and it starts just simply with his catching. I mean, at the end of the day, just catch one more ball than your opponent, and Benetrix has done that better than anybody across the roster in singles. Highest catch rate, nearly 97% in singles. He's 152 out of 157 catch attempts. He's only missed 5 total balls. His forehand catch rate is 100%. He's 60 for 60 on the right side. And then we haven't even talked about his shot making too, and he's one of the better players in that regard as well. He's got 11 kills, which is, kind of in the middle of the pack for singles. Hasn't had to utilize those shots as much this season, but he's just playing great. And you see 6-0 in the first set. Looking for a repeat here in set 2.
We are ready to begin our second set. Carbio has a serve for the Warriors. Carbio serves. First fault. Second serve must be good. Carbio going for that big, big, big bounce. Looking for every inch of front wall that he could possibly get. Powerful, powerful backhand by Benetrix. Carbio, eyes on the rebote. Powerful rebote. It passes.
Yeah. Diving save.
Carbio attacks, has it on the right side. Controlled forehand. Rebote save by Benetrix. Carbio has it on the Costalo. Hard throw. Stopped on the forehand of Benetrix. Benetrix powerfully from the right side. Excellent play by both players. Benetrix gets the first point of the second set.
And the other court that Carbio has a lot of experience on was very forgiving, which this court is not. So when you miss a throw like that, you know, he throws it from the costado. It kicks
Court's
off the
not
sidewall,
forgiving.
comes
The
right
building's
back.
not forgiving. The seats aren't forgiving.
But we're hearing the ceiling is. It's going to maintain?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nope. You got to make everything work perfect. Here's the backhand. Rebote. Rebote 2-all. Carbio stops it on the wood. Powerful forehand is stopped by Benetrix. Carbio back to the inside. Rebote 2-all. Oh, what a stop by Benetrix. Forehand. Ay, 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 ay. That's a point for Benetrix. He serves.
And, you know, an issue that's plagued Carbio throughout his career has just been the control. He doesn't have a lot of idea where that ball's going a lot of the time. And in a singles match like this against Benetrix, you have to be sure. I mean, if you're throwing it inside, put it close to the sidewall, make that catch difficult. It comes off at such a big angle. He can make that catch all day. And the ace.
That's an ace. Cortada serve in singles. 3 points for Benetrix in the second set.
Well, Carbio's stuck to the inside here, and now he's moving more towards the middle of the court.
Well, if there's one guy that you want to be careful with doing that, it's probably Carbio.
He's
There you
attacking
go.
this one, though.
Powerful forehand. Benetrix takes off. Good positioning. He saves the rebote. 2-all. Scores. There'll be no shutout in the second set. Carbio has a point and the serve. Beautiful 2-all
Great.
Costa. I mean, just beautiful.
Yeah, one of the
He
few
always
that,
did have that.
well, he's got a good costado, and he throws the ball so hard. With this side wall and how helpful it is for the shot making, he gets it to open up, and, you know, Benetrix is fast, but not that quick.
Benetrix may or may not have said before the match at some point, man, that guy's a beast. There's
Oh, he knows it.
There's a serve by Carbio. Hop and a backhand by Benetrix. Rebote forehand to the inside. Benetrix going for it in the air, has a tip ball. 2 points for Carbio. He serves.
Yeah, did everything right there except make that catch. Moving up on it, was going to be on his left side. I mean, again, for Benetrix, with how well he's caught this year, he had to be thinking about the next throw before he made that one. And now pretty quietly, I mean, just a 1 point deficit. Carbio hanging in there. But it's just the consistency in that offense. I mean, are we going to get another 2-ball? How is he going to get these points up on the board?
Fault over serve. Second serve must be good.
It's been the same question opponents have asked against Benetrix the last 2 seasons. He just doesn't give you much. He's so strong defensively. And then when he needs the offense, he's got it too. All right, that's in.
There's the backhand by Benetrix. Powerfully thrown. Carbio looking for the rebote. Rebote forehand. This one caught by Benetrix. Benetrix powerfully from the right side. Carbio. Rebote on the left side to the inside. Benetrix is there. Backhand. Rebote. I don't know how he made that, actually. Drop shot. That scores. 4 points for Benetrix. He serves.
Carbio's so worried about the chick-chack and the chew and trying to protect the back wall that he's leaving the front wide open. Benetrix made the catch, took a look there, saw where Carbio was positioned, just flicked the drop shot up there, scores easily.
Powerful forehand. Carbio makes the catch. Back against the wall. Powerful forehand just takes off and hits the overhead screen. 5 points for Benetrix. This is possible match point for Benetrix at the Devils. The ace will score. Point and match for Benetrix.
Benetrix takes it in straight sets, only dropped 2 points in that match, and already the second win up there for the Devils, taking a 2-0 game day lead into Division I singles. They'll bring back Etcheberry and Arantz, and they'll take on Douglas and Manny. Let's take a look at some replays here from our second match. Carbio winding up that costado, clips the side wall. Look at Benetrix, he's on it. And that one would have dropped in too. Safety first on the catch, sends it high. Robote's not coming out. Catch here in the middle of the court. Benetrix on the right side. I mean, just surviving there. Gets it up, and then another chick-jack. So difficult in the positioning too with Carbio, the limited experience out here on the court. He's just got the tendency to let the ball pass him, and out here, Robote's just not coming back out to you. Good catch on the wood, and boy, watch out. Coming off a sharp angle there is across the side wall, almost into Carbio. Fortunately, just missed him. And trying to get here into the backcourt. He does make the save. Benetrix sees where he is. He's kind of backing up. And just drop it above the pad. 2 bounces. That brought it to 4-2. And then in the end, Benetrix wins 6-2 in that second set and earns the Devils their second win of the game day. Devils coming into today in last place, but last place is also 1 point and 1.5 points away from being solo second. So really not all too bad. We're going to hear from Benetrix making his way over to the cage. Another undefeated season in singles. Congratulations, Benetrix. 5-0 once again in singles play, but this was a difficult matchup against Carbio. You've played him in doubles, but what was it like out there against him in singles?
I don't think it was a good game, to be honest, to watch, because I need to play at the back. I don't have to throw shots because I know, he got legs, so I was not trying stuff, not trying kill shot, not two walls. I was just trying to play consistent and play my game. So yeah, happy.
Also Benetrix, and now with another season that you're undefeated in singles, I mean, how do you like the way that this court plays, and how do you feel like it suits your game?
Sorry, can you repeat?
How do you think this court plays and maybe suits your game in singles?
I mean, it's very good to play in singles right there, because I think physically you have to be ready to win games, and you need to pass the opponent every time. So I think with my reverse, I think it's pretty nice. So this court is perfect for me.
Awesome, Benetrix. Great playing once again, and a 2-0 lead for your team.
Benetrix, move your car.
Yeah, I moved my car.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Thank you, Benetrix.
We do everything here. He's also working in valet.
The Division I doubles coming up next too. No valet guys here. Echeverry and Aratz against Douglas and Manny. Two teams that have really struggled in Division I doubles this year. Echeverry and Aratz just 1-7. Douglas and Manny only 1-5. Huge match here for the Warriors, because if the Devils win it, that will be their third win of the day, and that's enough for a tie. There's the serve. We begin.
Manny on the backhand. Robote. Robote forehand by Echeverry. That ball's tipped in the backcourt. First point of this match goes to Echeverry and Aratz of the Devils.
Uncharacteristic miss from Manny to start things off. I mean, how great has he been for the Warriors this year? It's always been the backcourt play for them that has kind of given him trouble, but throughout the year, he's been so consistent back here, playing in Divisions I and II. Manny coming in with the 13th highest catch rate, and my goodness, 1,358 balls played. That's second most on the roster, only trailing Nicholas.
Powerful forehand. Ball tipped. 1-1. Douglas serves.
You're seeing how well the basic stuff works and why it was so effective in Division IV. Cross the sidewall, it's coming in at a downward angle, and it's just not easy to line it up when it crosses like that. Miss early for Manny, miss for Echeverry, and all even now at 1-1.
Fine serve by Douglas. Returned by Aratz. Manny on the forehand from the 10 line. Back to the inside. Great catch by Echeverry. Here's the backhand. Ball tipped. 2 points for Douglas and Manny. Douglas serves.
Yeah, it's interesting for Echeverry. I mean, the way he played in Division IV, you love that, but you don't necessarily need him to be a hero here in Division I either. I mean, he's already tipped 2 balls, and Aratz, again, is second in catch rate. I mean, let it pass to him and let Aratz set up these points. Probably wasn't going to do much if he made those 2 catches.
Here's the backhand by Rotz. Rotz on the catch. Here's the backhand. Manny on the catch. Here's the backhand. Ball tipped. A third point for Douglas and Manny. Douglas has the serve.
Again, it's the same type of throw. It's crossing the sidewall, and Echeverry's pretty deep. Even if he makes that catch, he's not throwing a costado from there. He's not getting it on his right side. That's just a backhand that he's going to throw along the sidewall, which Manny has proven that he can catch this year. That's kind of why it doesn't, I don't see it, but now a third miss in a row. We'll see if he backs off.
Robote forehand by Douglas, played high. Rotz makes the catch. Backhand to the inside. Etcheberry at the side wall, lines up the catch. Hard backhand follows. Manny takes it out of the air. Rotz called for the ball. Tipped 4 points for Douglas. And Manny of the Warriors, Douglas serves.
Yeah. They're just not their set so far. I mean, missed catches from Rotz now on the back. And yeah, you're going to see that a little more with his right side compared to the left, but still, that was right to him.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. Rotz on the catch. Manny takes it in the air. Forehand, back to the inside. Scoop by Rotz. Manny on the forehand. Etcheberry maneuvers to the inside. Here's the backhand.
Outside. Rotz.
Rotz makes the stop to the outside. Cortada.
Oh, good one.
That scores. 2 points for Etcheberry and Rotz. The Devils, Etcheberry serves.
And he's kind of deep and more to the middle of the court than you like to see when throwing this cortada, but this is perfect. You see Douglas is, I mean, again, with Douglas's positioning so far to the outside and deep, Manny's the only one that can make that catch and not going to get there before the second bounce. That was very well done.
Douglas picks the serve. Philo scores. Outside placement from the Costado. Landing in and scoring 5 points. Possible set point.
And Douglas is, 11th in terms of kill rate. He's one of the more aggressive players in terms of picking the serve. And no hesitation here. Makes the catch, boom, straight outside. Don't even involve the sidewall. Might complicate it. And scores easily.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. And going back and looking at that close-up, the rule is you have to be between the lines. And, well, someone asked, I don't remember who it was, can the toes be on the line? Is that, well, behind it. Etcheberry picks this one, drop shot, scores. 3 points for Etcheberry and Rotz, still possible set point for Douglas and Manny. Etcheberry serves.
Yeah, that was well executed by Etcheberry. Only 4 drop shot kills all season in doubles. And he's 4 for 15, and his 27% about kill rate is one of the lowest on the roster. So the fact that he dropped one in there, a good sign, gives him some confidence moving forward.
Manny on the backhand. Rotz from the 10 line. Etcheberry switches from left to right. Powerful forehand goes back, stopped by Manny in the air. Rotz now. Robote forehand. Here's a backhand by Douglas. Wall to wall from the left side. Echeverry on the rebote. Manning makes the catch up high. Cortada stopped by Echeverry. Manning, tough catch. Made behind him on the left side. At backhand, hit the overhead screen. Point and set to Douglas and Manning of the Warriors. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out. Player next set.
A first set there going to Douglas and Manny. And the only win for Douglas and Manny came against this Devils team earlier in the season. So hoping for a repeat there. That was a straight set victory back on March 5th, 6-4, 6-5, going their way. And that was I mean, that's not typical of a Division I doubles match. A lot of quick points, a lot of missed catches. Honestly, you can just kind of wipe the slate clean as we move out for set number 2. I don't know. I mean, you're not going to see what you just saw in set number 1. I certainly don't think.
I'm afraid to say anything.
Well, what do you think, Stu? I don't want to, tell me what you're thinking. Tell me what you're thinking. It's okay. I'm not going to jump at you.
Was my announcing okay?
No, just in the sense that it was a lot of missed catches, and you don't see that in Division I. You don't see it from Echeverry or Rotz. Manny missed one. It's just a little bit weird right from the start.
Manny early on, and he's known for his catching and his saves. Echeverry, who's had some difficulty, but who's been playing much better recently, had 3 drops, and this is one of the things that you see in highlights. Like, man, that guy, I just saw him play the last game, and he caught these balls that Alex was throwing really well. Now all of a sudden, the ball comes differently. And as they came off the side wall, sometimes in a player's head, it's like, wait a second, I really need to focus on this next catch, and it goes right off the frame. Yeah. So too much focus can be bad, and not focusing can be bad.
And all season long, just been a little bit of a struggle for this Division I team of the Devils. You heard their record at the top of it, 1-7 across their 8 matches. That only win was a straight set victory against Gaucheri and Ubia, 6-2, 6-5, but that was back on February 27th. Since that point, they've lost 5 straight matches, and 4 of those 5 have been in straight sets. And only 1 set was 6-5. I mean, they've been kind of getting beat down a little bit, but here they are with a chance. This is as competitive as they're going to get against this Douglas and Manny team. See if they can turn it around right here.
Manny on the catch, comes over the top. Aratz from the left side to the corner. Manny stops it in the air. Here's the backhand. Powerful backhand by Manny. Rebote. Echeverry. Low and hard. Douglas back at the 8 line. Makes the catch. Backhand. Headed for the corner. Stopped by Aratz. Manny takes that one on the bounce. He comes over the top. Aratz now from the 10 line. Rebote forehand. Aratz is there.
I have a feeling we're going to see some very conservative play in this second set. Just how the Devils fared, and then when the Warriors get up, particularly this team, they don't throw a bunch of shots. But there is one, but not going to score.
Excellent catch by Douglas. The quick release to the inside caught the pad. Echeverry and Aratz get the first point of the second set.
Well, tremendous defense on the outside by Echeverry. Douglas has converted 10 of his 12 philo attempts this year. That's over 80% kill rate on that particular shot. He loves it, but Echeverry was right there in position. Well, he made a tough catch, but I can't imagine he had a lot of control of that ball if it came out so low.
There's a backhand by Manny. Down low, Aratz makes the catch. Keeps it on the wall. Manny's there. Douglas, forehand rebote over the top to the left side of Etcheberry. Etcheberry hard to the inside. Manny's there. Etcheberry now at the 8 line. Backhand by Rotz. Ball tipped in the backcourt. 2 points for Etcheberry. And Rotz of the Devils. Etcheberry serves.
Manny, frustrating start for him. You know, again, we talked about his importance to this team. You know, there's been a couple of years and last couple seasons where the Warriors have been kind of on the edge of the playoffs or just on the outside looking in, and it's been the backcourt struggles. But this year, Manny's provided so much value for them. But again, it's just been some of the front court play that's let him down a bit.
Manny on the catch. Forehand. High to the inside. Rotz is there. Douglas playing deep. Powerful backhand. High and hard to the back wall. Robote coming out. Big backhand by Douglas. Ball tipped. A 3rd point for the Devils. Etcheberry and Rotz. Etcheberry serves.
Yeah, I remember last week we were talking about Etcheberry's game and how he was using a lot of left side rebote. Well, that hasn't really been the case today. He's taken a bunch on the right side. He gets great power on it, and if it can cross the side wall, well, that's the most lethal shot coming in for a backcourter or an opposing backcourter.
Excellent catch by Rotz. Robote forehand. Placement with a light touch. Caught by Douglas. Douglas with a light touch. Further to the inside. Etcheberry got there before the second bounce. Manny plays it deep. He passes. Robote by Etcheberry. Caught in the air by Douglas. Douglas. Drop shot to the inside. Wow, oh my, what a catch by Rotz. Rotz is in the front. Etcheberry's in the back. Etcheberry makes the catch. Here's the backhand. Douglas will make this catch on the forehand. Powerful right side. Rotz from the right side. Manny now from the 8 line. On the wall the whole way, Rotz is there. Fine catch. Douglas with the drop shot. Etcheberry's on it. 2-all drop shot drops in to score. A 4th point for Etcheberry and Rotz. Etcheberry serves.
Well,
wow,
look,
I mean, the way he played that was...
Well, faked him out on this 2-all too, because he's leaning like he's going inside the whole way. He waits for Douglas to commit, and when he sees him go, that's when he opens it up off the side wall. But Douglas has really struggled with the drop shot this year. I mean, he's 4 of 21 coming into this match. His 19% kill rate is the lowest of any of the 23 players that have at least a Dejada score this year. And add 0 for 3 on that point alone. It's just going down. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of confidence dropping it to the inside, and that's not really a good sign for Douglas, who, when he's on, he likes to throw a lot of 2-walls. When he's not so confident, you see more inside placement.
Here's the backhand by Rotz. Manny's there. Cortada, low and hard, will score. A 5th point for Etcheberry and Rotz. The Devils, possible set point. This would force a 3rd and decisive set.
They've just been playing great together. Aratz and Etcheberry in this second set cleaned up a lot of the unforced errors, and you see the difference. I mean, just not giving the Warriors any points off of missed catches or anything like that. With
Douglas
trying to
picks
get
the
one
serve.
back.
Drop shot.
Got it.
Will score. That's a point for Douglas and Manny. Douglas has the serve.
Yeah, a little bit more space to throw the drop shot off the serve. Front quarter's all the way at the service box. The back quarter's got to come up. But just look at where that's bouncing. I mean, that second bounce is in the middle of the overserve box. A good drop shot's usually dead by the 2 line. I mean, that's an extra 15, 20 feet. You know, guys are going to get in there and make some catches and make you pay.
Here's the catch by Rotz. There's the backhand. Manny's there. Etcheberry calling for it. Sends the rotate inside with a bounce. Manny has it from the 7 line. Rotz on the catch. Backhand between Etcheberry and Douglas. Etcheberry takes it out of the air. Backhand from the 6 line. Oh, what a catch by Rotz with the hop in the corner. Manny pulls this one off the wall at the 10. Douglas gets in there, stops the cortada, backhand to the back wall. Etcheberry on the rebote. Big bounce, stopped by Manny. Manny comes over the top. Etcheberry's got it. 2-all. Stopped by Douglas. Douglas trying to drop it back inside. Caught the top of the pad. Point and set. 2. Etcheberry and Arat. Split sets. Move on to a third and final set in just 2 minutes. Have a replay here. The 2-all. Douglas stops it well. Doesn't have a lot to work with, but he does have a few other options.
Yeah, I mean, just could have blasted a cortada.
The way I would have to see that again to see if you guys want to roll that again. I don't know that he could have gotten into a sidearm position without holding the ball. When you see how he was catching it and controlling it in the screen.
That's very possible with that catch.
Yeah, he had to do something 3/4 over the top. I don't think he could have gotten a good cortada from there.
But again, to your point.
Okay, so
anything.
Yeah, from here.
Like, it looks like he's trying to fake the carom and then, like, kind of fake him out. It's almost like it's too cute, you know?
But also to have tried to a cortada, for me anyway, sorry, not for me personally, but in my analysis, cortada not an option there.
No.
He'd have to move his cesta even further into the screen, and then you're risking manipulation of the screen to make your shot.
He could lose the ball, too.
Exactly. I mean, you're flirting with holding at that point. So once you've made the catch, you're already in the screen. Get rid of the ball as best you can. If you take another step, holding. I keep telling people, you don't want to see me in a striped shirt.
Yeah,
I'm not talking about jail either. I mean, I don't want to see that, but
I wouldn't want to see that either. But yeah, we'd get some 2-hour game days if Stu was out there. A quick whistle.
Even Jimeno Lopez he's retiring. I believe today is his last day of play.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
There's a couple plays I might have blown a whistle on him. Yeah, absolutely. Hey man, that's holding. Goico, you caught that ball at the 10 line and you threw it at the 6. How did that happen? Long legs.
Hey, you got this one. I'm going to stay out of it. Third set coming up. Hey, look at that game day score. So if Etcheberry and Aratz win this, the Devils will already have a tie and then 3 chances to win the game day. Kubala and Rock against Correa Bueno, then Aratz against Douglas in singles, followed by Benny and Rock against Correa and Bueno. Those are the remaining 3 matches. Big opportunity for Douglas and Manny right here. Need a win to keep their hopes alive of winning this game day. There's the serve. Oh, but right to Etcheberry.
Etcheberry picks it, drops it inside. Manny reads it and makes the play. Here's the backhand. Etcheberry on the backhand. All right to the corner. Aratz will take that one in the air. Backhand to the inside. Forehand. Karim Rabote lined up perfectly and executed perfectly by Douglas. First point of the third and decisive set for Douglas and Manny. Man, I saw this coming
shot.
right now. I didn't know it here, didn't know it here. Right here,
Yeah.
saw it coming. It's like, man, that's a bold shot. And
Well, testing the outside, and that's a confident Douglas executing that type of shot.
ball, over serve, second serve, must be good.
It's
I mean,
not-
in doubles, it is just such a bold shot.
And for Etcheberry, I mean, he's not expecting someone to throw a carom like that off the Rabote. He's trying to get back inside and maybe make a play.
As soon as he sees Douglas lining up on the forehand,
Right.
he's moving inside.
That's
I
why it's a
mean,
great
literally
counter.
9.5, 9 and whatever the math is, just under 10.
Yeah.
Out of 10 times, he's doing that.
Oh, that cleared. Watch this, Rabote. Yeah.
A floater scores. 1-1. Etcheberry serves.
Well, that's been a big issue for Etcheberry this year. Those left side Rabotes escape and kick up and out of play. I mean, 34 balls out of play, still first on the roster, and Kosheri's second with 26, so first by a pretty wide margin. That one narrowly cleared, about as close as you're going to see. A big break, now 1-1. Oh, and a missed serve.
That's a point for Etcheberry and Aratz. Etcheberry serving with 2.
And it's a shame because Manny's played so well, punching so far above his weight in some other matches, and this one is very winnable for the Warriors and just hasn't put out his best performance.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. Yeah, that's not really Etcheberry's thing.
No, definitely hooked.
And that one just like was hooked and kind of ugly. Here's a backhand by Manny. Aratz at the side wall. Here's the backhand by Aratz. Douglas playing deep, takes it on the left side. Big backhand, caught by Aratz. Douglas moves to the 9 line. Aratz is there. Manny takes it in the air, backhand from the 10. On the side wall, Aratz makes the play. Manny has this on the forehand, comes over the top. Etcheberry moves in, winds up. Costello, stopped by Douglas. Carambola,
Look at
stopped
Aratz.
by Aratz. This ball is caught in the air by Manny. Aratz gets back there to take it off the wall. That's a great catch. Rabote up the middle. Douglas is on it. Hard throw, passing the front quarter, and scoring. Such a well-played point by all 4 players. We're tied up at 2-2. Douglas serves.
Well, that point is a great example of why it's a thankless job to be a backcourter in a high division. Aratz makes 3 tremendous catches. He's all over the court, doing everything he can to keep his team in it. Then he's the one that drops it, and everyone looks to blame him. That's why it's so hard for these guys, and you just got to respect the play of all these top-level backcourters. Just stand back there, defend, keep your team in it,
Fault, over serve. Second serve must be good.
and you might get one thank you from somebody. Probably your front quarter. That's about it.
Thank you, Andrew, for all you do.
How about a thank you to Aratz? Playing great, kid.
Catch by Manny. Manny from the forehand. Etcheberry's there. That ball tipped in the backcourt. A third point for Etcheberry and Aratz. Etcheberry has a serve.
Just haven't seen these struggles navigating the side wall for Manny. It's another one. It's crossing low. It's powerfully thrown right on the side wall. So got to give the Devils credit for putting it there pretty consistently.
Fault, underserve, second serve. Must be good.
But you
See,
wonder,
that's how you wind up in a player's head. Douglas picked a couple of those serves, and now the first serve has been an issue for Etcheberry.
I think Douglas is looking to get in there too and pick a serve if he can. That's been some good offense for the Warriors, but not that one.
Here's the backhand by Etcheberry. Caught by Manny. Manny comes over the top. Backhand to the inside. Robote, forehand. Douglas now from the 7 line. Backhand to the back wall. Robote forehand fired by Etcheberry. That's coming off the wall with an odd bounce and scoring. 4 points for Etcheberry and Aratz. Etcheberry serves.
Well, it's just the spin, and sometimes it's difficult to read as it's crossing the sidewall. That one came off at a sharper angle, in on Douglas a little more, and you see the result. It just popped out. Up to a 4-2 lead.
Hard serve. Manny makes the catch. Down low, Aratz has a tip ball. 3 points for Douglas and Manny. Douglas takes over the serve.
Perfect placement that time. Aratz was just about a half step away from catching that ball in the air. Look at Manny here. Low runner. Etcheberry's totally out of the way. Aratz has just got to be moving up there, and yeah, he goes down and just couldn't quite catch that one up in the air.
Backhand by Aratz. Caught by Manny. Manny from the left side on the wall. That ball is tipped in the backcourt. 4-4 is the score. Douglas serves.
And a critical 2-point run there, and pretty quick points as well. Just another one. Look at this one. It kicks off the sidewall, but it's spinning back into it as it's making its way down the court. That's what you see with those backhands. And it was tight to the sidewall as Aratz tried to pull it off.
Douglas on the catch. Here's the backhand. Aratz from the 10 line. Backhand by Etcheberry. Robote. Manny will take it in the air. Puts it back to the inside before crosses. Aratz has it in the air.
Yeah, that was close. What a catch.
Etcheberry, low and hard. Manny takes it on the forehand, brings it over the top. Big bounce to the inside. Manny again, this time from the 8. Aratz on the left side, plays it deep. Manny to the inside. Etcheberry has it. Backhand. Another hard backhand. This one stopped by Manny. Manny's backhand caught by Aratz. Douglas crosses court. Backhand to Aratz. Robote. Robote left side for the high bounce. Etcheberry takes it in the air. Two wall. Scores. Ooh.
That was nasty, and he's fired up. What a shot that was.
Oh, boy. Yeah. That aggressive play by Etcheberry. And when that ball passed Douglas in front of him, it's just like, wow. Again?
Oh, I mean, he gets him going the other way, and Etcheberry's
That's
holding
a shot
on to
that I
this
would expect to
Costado.
see
Look at how
I would
long
expect
he
to see
holds
the
on
shot
to
from
this.
Douglas. I would expect to see it from Benny. People with a lot of experience on this court,
Look at this.
right?
2-wall, 2. I'm going inside. Nope, I'm kicking it off the sidewall, and all Douglas. And
He sells
he's
it.
got
I mean,
no chance.
Etcheberry sells the fake well.
Very, very well.
Possible match point.
And
There's the backhand by Manny. Here's Aratz. Manny from the 9 line. Rotz is there. Rotz from the 9 line. Douglas playing deep. Backhand. Powerful, powerful throw. Rebote comes to the inside. Etcheberry on the rebote. Douglas has it on the forehand. Cortada, low and hard, stopped by Etcheberry. To the inside, Manny's there. Excellent catch. Deep in the backcourt by Rotz. Manny takes this on the forehand. Etcheberry pulls it off the sidewall. There's the backhand. Caught by Manny.
It's a risky catch, but he made it.
Here's a backhand by Manny. Little clip off the sidewall. Puts it on the left side of Rotz. Rotz back to the inside. Manny has it in the air. Rotz calls for it. Manny again, this time from the 9. Powerful backhand, wall to wall. Rebote forehand for Douglas. Big bounce, brought down by Rotz. Manny keeps that one on the right side. Manny again, backhand from the 8. Along the wall, what a catch by Rotz in the corner. Rotz at the side wall, backhand now from the 9. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Etcheberry's on it. Manny off the wall. Rebote forehand with control to the right side of Manny. Manny from the left side at the 10 line. Rotz now from the 8. Rebote for Douglas. Powerfully from the right side. Caught by Etcheberry. Douglas makes the catch. There's the cortada. 2 bounces ruled before the catch was made. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at 5-5 in the 3rd set. This is match point.
Yeah, I can tell you for sure Etcheberry wanted to keep that ball to the inside. I mean, there's no way you're clipping the sidewall and giving Douglas any chance at a throw out there. And he converts. Hasn't had a lot of success with the drop shots and the cortadas, but that one timely to tie it up at 5-5. In another match today, coming down to just 1 point. This is only the 3rd match we've played today. If the Devils win it, they'll get at least a tie of the game day. If the Warriors win it, boy, they can keep their chances alive at winning this one and picking up a full point.
There's a backhand by Rotz. Rebote for Douglas. Douglas on the rebote. Here's a Rotz. Backhand. Rotz makes the catch in the air. Manny now from the 9 line. Hard backhand. Middle of the wall. Douglas with quite the catch at the 8 line. Powerful backhand. Will not hit the back wall. Rotz gets that off in time. Well played.
That's an insane catch.
Etcheberry from the 7. High and hard to the back wall. Rebote to the forehand of Douglas. He fires another one. Etcheberry lines up, takes it on the backhand. Douglas has it on the right side. Powerful forehand. It passes. Rebote to the middle of the court. What a save. What an effort. Oh, it's going to be just wide. Point set and a hard-fought match for Douglas and Manny of the Warriors, taking it 6-5 in the 3rd set.
Wow, what a comeback there. Douglas and Manny with the last 2 points and keep the Warriors' chances of winning this game day alive. Let's take a look at this final sequence. Oh, it just clips again. Not where he can't imagine that's where he wanted to put it. Goes high, passes, forces a difficult rebote that opens up, gets assessed on it, but that's going to sail out of play. 6-5, Douglas and Manny win it for the Warriors. We got Division 6 doubles, Kubala and Rock against Correa and Bueno coming up next.
Real money games are live in Florida. Real money games are live in Florida.
Real money games are live in Florida.
Real money games are live in Florida.
Real money games powered by Pass Motor Racing are now live in Florida. Only on Hard Rock Bet. All you need is $1 to start. Win money your first 24 hours or get a games bonus back up to $100.
Real money games!
Let's check out that game day score. Devils still lead it 2-1 though. Douglas and Manny cutting that lead in half with their win in Division 1. Douglas and Manny over in the cage. Let's hear from them after that win. Congratulations, guys. What a match that was. Another one coming down to the final point of the third set. Knowing what's at stake in this game day, Douglas, I mean, what were you guys thinking down 5-4 in those last couple points?
Yeah, whenever me and Manny play, it always seems to be like a tough three-set battle. That's kind of been the Warriors' way all season. You know, we've been fighting, and we've been staying in there in playoff contention. Today was no different. You know, we lost the first two matches of the day, but me and Manny knew we had to come out and get this win if we wanted to stay in it. And we were fighting, and you know, a couple things went our way, and we ended up getting the win. So super happy.
Awesome, guys. Well, big performance there. First win of the day. See if you can get another one up next. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
And up next, Division 6, Kubala and Rock, ready to take on Correa and Bueno. Kubala and Rock 2-4 so far this season. Correa and Bueno, one of the better Division 6 doubles teams with their 4-3 record. Remember, Correa and Bueno actually did a court swap earlier in this season. They started with Bueno up there in the front court and Correa back behind him. Didn't really work out all too well, so they made some changes, and here they are now with a 4-3 record. This team looks very solid here. And another win for the Warriors, and this would be a tie game day through the first 4 matches. Not all too bad after, you know, that 5-5 point. It could have been 3-0. So here they are with a big chance. Division 16 for the Devils has struggled a little bit this year. And notice you got Kubala, mostly a backcourt player up in the front here. For the Devils.
We're ready to begin our next match. Kubala will be serving for the Devils, receiving for the Warriors. Correa in the front court with Bueno in the back.
And at one point this year, Kubala and Rock were 2-1. That was at the end of February. Since that point, they've lost 3 matches in a row. All 3 have been in straight sets. For Correa and Bueno, again, since they've made the switch, they've knocked off some Division 5 teams. They've played, you know, about 500 ball in their Division 6 level. Another big spot for them. There's the first serve from Kubala.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. So Kubala trying to get in with the Cortada serve club.
Here the dues are expensive.
I think Correa is the first player to ever, in this program's history anyway, scoop the serve. I think that's what created that rule. Here's the catch by Bueno. Forehand. Caught by Rock. Good catch. Correa has a tip ball at the 6 line. First point of this match goes to the Devils, Kubala and Rock.
Well, it didn't look so pretty for the Devils there for a second, but somehow Rock made that catch and then lifted it right on the side wall. You know, if Correa is going to be that aggressive and trying to pick it off, particularly with his left side, which is his weaker of the 2, keep doing that if you're the Devils.
Bueno from the forehand at the 7 line. That passes. Rebote by Kubala. Correa on the backhand to the corner, out to the rebote. Kubala makes the save. Scoop by Bueno. Rebote. That's safely played by Rock. Correa. Cortada. Stopped by Kubala. Kubala from the 8 line. Plays this one deep on the side wall. Bueno. Tremendous catch at the 10 line. Bueno will take that on the bounce. Powerful forehand. Stop midcourt by Kubala. Rebote forehand by Correa. Kubala has it.
Oh, boy.
Beautiful catch by Bueno. That clears the overhead screen. Rebote coming out. Kubala's on it. There's a great catch. Low to the inside. Rock took off. He made the catch. Returns it with a light touch. Scooped. Outside placement by Correa will score.
Boy, what a point.
Daryl, that screen is paid for. Stop playing with it.
Oh, man.
Tremendous effort by all
shot.
four players.
Great execution by Correa this time. I mean, they're testing him up there in the front. Look at this effort. Rock comes charging, gets down, kind of flicks it up, but don't give it to Correa on this right side. Both Devils moving inside. This ball goes the opposite direction, working away from Rock, too. That's so well done. And a salute from Bueno.
Rock on the catch. Here's the backhand. Powerfully thrown. Bueno with a tip ball in the backcourt. Second point for Kubala and Rock. Kubala serves.
Again, it's that forehand shot that's crossing the sidewall, coming deep in the backcourt. Troubled Bueno in the first match. He's looked a little bit better so far here in match 2. Still a long way to go.
Fault, underserve. Second serve must be good. There's a forehand by Bueno to the inside. Kubala cuts it off in the air. Fine catch. Bueno now from the 9 line. Rebote. Rebote forehand with a light touch for Correa. Kubala has it. Winds up. Drop shot. Will score. 3 points for Kubala and Rock. Kubala serves. Fault, underserve. Kubala trying to keep it away from Correa at all costs on this serve. Bueno on the forehand. Kubala takes it on the bounce. Plays this one high. There's the backhand by Kubala to the corner. Beautifully thrown. Rebote forehand saved by Correa. Kubala moves in. Has it. Winds up. Off the court. 2 points for Correa and Bueno. Correa serves. It takes such control when you're out there not to catch it.
Yeah.
Again, when in doubt, catch it. Don't risk it. But that one clearly headed out, and Correa, you saw him pull the cesta in. You know, just
Well, that's what you do. Foot
Let
on
the
the
ball do its
boundary.
natural thing.
Just get out of the way if you have to in the end.
Rock on the backhand, powerfully thrown. Rebote forehand. Ball on the catch. Rebote forehand. High to the front wall. Caught by Rock. Here's Bueno. Bueno from the right side. This ball caught by Rock at the 9 line. Long Cortada. Caught before the second bounce by Correa.
A heck of a catch by Correa. I thought that scored out of the basket.
Robote. Rock with a leap. Little late notice. Ball 3-3. Correa serves.
Now, you said it right, Stu. It looked like that ball was coming right to Kubala. He let it pass, but let him know a little bit too late that he wasn't going for the ball. Rock leaping at the last second, and the timing was just a bit off.
I don't always announce that to the players, though. My finger was off the button. I'm good for a couple of years. There's the forehand by Rock. Catch! Almost. Midcourt. This point goes to Kubala. And Rock, Kubala serve. Like, I don't think that Kubala needs to hear it. Oops, late notice.
I'm a little reluctant to say anything more to Kubala today. He already came after me in the first match.
Did he? Oh, afterwards?
Oh, were you not? You may not have been here.
Yes, I was busy dealing with the valet issue.
That red Camry, huh?
The red Camry. There's backhand by Correa. Oh, what a throw. 4-4 is the score. Correa serves.
I mean, maybe it's one of our fans out there. If you have a red Camry in the greater South Florida area and you're parked illegally in the parking lot, please come down here and get your car. We need it out of the lot. Thank you.
Now that is...
Oh, goodness.
The hard serve comes cross the service box.
He's just protecting
That is a
himself.
point for Correa and Bueno. Possible set point.
Yeah, he's just protecting himself. He moved into the path of that ball and just got the basket up so it didn't hit his face.
Correa's got a powerful serve, always has.
Well, up 3-1 now. The Warriors with a chance to put this set away. Not what you would have expected.
Rock from the forehand.
Oh.
Crossing the side wall behind the 8 line and scoring. We're at 5-5 in the first set. Set point.
It's an interesting case with Rock here because he catches so much better on his left side compared to the right, but he does more damage with his right side. That's now twice in this set. He's floated it right on the wall. And a miss from Bueno and Correa both.
Fault. Under serve. Second serve must be good.
Another 5-5. Had a lot of them yesterday, too, between the Cyclones and Chargers.
The parity of play is, it's impressive. Excellent scoop.
What a catch.
High on the left side, Rock. Powerful backhand, wall to wall. Robote coming out. Robote forehand. Caught by Kubala in the air. Robote to the forehand of Correa. He puts it inside. Rock's there. Big backhand by Rock. Kubala, great catch midcourt, over the top. Correa makes the catch, backhand. What a play by Rock at the back wall. Bueno's there, backhand from the 9. Up the middle, caught by Rock. Correa on the forehand. Big right side, gonna take a big bounce. Brought down by Rock and a great catch. Bueno moves in, makes the catch to the 8 line, plays it high to the front wall. Bueno from the side. Here's the catch by Kubala. Backhand to the back wall. Robote coming out. Kubala on the catch.
Opportunity.
Bueno. Rock from the forehand. Gets it back to the 8. Bueno's there. Bueno from the forehand. Kubala with a tip. Point in a hard-fought set for Correa and Bueno. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back and play our second set.
Well, the third 5-5 set of the day here, and the second one going the way of the Warriors. A big one there. Correa and Bueno close it out. Another set where the Devils were totally in control there, up 3-1. And then it was a big run for the Warriors. 5 of the next 6 points going their way, and out of the next 7 points, but a 4 or 5 point run in the middle of that set. I mean, Warriors retook control, and you know, Bueno's been the leader of this team throughout the season, but Correa was heavily involved throughout that first set. When you look at the numbers this year, Bueno, you know, it's about 50-50 within this team. Correa just over 50%, Bueno just under 50% of the throws. Probably would have thought more Bueno, I mean, without looking at these stats, just because of how well he's played back there and how he can control play from the backcourt. You know, with Correa, he's gotten much better too. I mean, to look back to some of those first game days of the year, struggling with the rebote, struggling with the catch, but now positioning a lot better. He's been making the saves consistently, and he's adding some more offense too. This is not a team in the Warriors that, you know, kills the point a whole lot. I mean, Correa and Bueno, they've thrown just 5 winners across their, 7 matches played so far this season. They've scored 5. They've given up 16 to their opponent. So this is a team that will say, hey, we'll give you a few shots, but we're just going to outlast you by making one more catch. Then you look at the tip balls, Correa and Bueno outpacing their opponents there, 17-12. As for the Devils, you know, that wasn't too bad. Kubala had plenty of opportunities, and on that 5-5 point, a forehand that he just floated back into the corner that Bueno was able to catch in the air. There's so few opportunities, and you want to be testing the opposing front quarter. I wouldn't give Bueno many opportunities there if I'm any Devil in this second set or throughout the match. We'll see what happens here in set number 2. Kubala and Rock will begin with the serve.
We're ready to begin our second set. Kubala will serve for the Devils. Camera following Kubala out onto the court. You see 2 backcourters there, Rock and Bueno. All right, that sets us tied. You want it on good and tight. Miss serve, first fault. Second serve must be good. The bounce is key in highlight.
Yeah.
I mean, this is it's one of the nuances, is one of the focuses. One of the most important things in highlight serve is the bounce. Bueno from the forehand. Rock makes the catch. Backhand, powerfully thrown. Bueno to the outside, makes the catch on the right side, fires it over the top. Rock at the back wall. From the 10 line, over the top. Correa will let it pass. Bueno's there. Bueno to the inside. Rock on the catch. Scoop by Kubala. Rotate forehand by Correa. Kubala, backhand. To the back wall. Correa makes the rebote. Kubala takes it on the bounce. Excellent catch by Rock back at the 10 line. Here's Bueno. Bueno from the 9. Excellent catch by Rock. Correa takes that one midcourt on the forehand. The carom sidearm will score. Correa and Bueno first up on the board in the second set. Correa serves.
How about this too? While Correa likes to throw it sidearm, you don't get a great read on it if you're the opponent, and he just blasted it in. That opened up wide, and it scored.
When you throw sidearm carom as opposed to over the top, you really have to throw with a lot of power to get it to get it to hit the floor and go out to the screen.
Yeah, he did. That one was thrown very hard. And look at this, back inside, cuts one off in the air. Correa's been playing so much better. And it started when he moved kind of full-time up to the front court on this team. He's just establishing himself as a front courter and just playing a lot better.
Rebote forehand by Correa. Ball tipped at the back wall. 1-1. Kubala serves. And of course, Correa has just become a father. Our sincere congratulations.
Of course. I may have jumped the gun on one of the broadcasts. I said it, and I didn't know if it maybe wasn't public information yet. So
well,
I apologize, Correa, but congratulations.
The baby definitely knew.
Yeah, the baby was here. It's okay.
Kubala on the catch. He gets that one off with power. Backhand by Bueno. Stays inside. Kubala's there. Rebote forehand. Kubala on the catch. Almost. Second point for Correa and Bueno of the Warriors. Correa serves.
Yeah, and you know, Kubala's taken a pretty big dip in terms of his catch rate transitioning over to Jam Arena here. You know, before the way he would play, you want to say go for every ball that you can get your hands on. Now, you know, with Rock's power and his ability to pass, say just don't tip a ball. You don't need to be a hero if you're Kubala. Just maybe let Rock do it and do something different here because it's just not working.
Correa going in for the low catch has a tip ball. 2-2. Kubala serves.
Keeping the ball low. Get it to touch the floor when you can. All the basic stuff that you want to do to make the catch as difficult as possible for your opponent. Rock doing a nice job there, getting a quick one back for his Devils.
Fault. Second serve must be good. Bueno on the catch. Here's the backhand. Rebote by Kubala. Scoop. Attempt tipped. 3 points for Kubala and Rock. Kubala serves.
Yeah, and it's such a defensive rebote that you hate to see Correa attack it that aggressively. If you can't get there and you're not sure, just let it touch the floor, and Bueno would have been right there behind him. He was moving out that way to make the catch comfortably.
Well, also, communication between players is absolutely key. We did have a slight spill there on aisle 6.
Again, Correa's been playing much better, though, but still, I see what you did there. Still, you don't want to see a lower-ranked front quarter scooping in front of a higher-ranked back quarter. And that ball's up in the screen.
4th point for Kubala and Rock. Kubala serves.
Well, these matches just flip so quickly, and we saw it the first set where the Devils had control, and then the Warriors just took it and ran with it and ended up closing it out 6-5. But one missed scoop is just bigger than that. I mean, it's 1 point, but the team gets the serve back. Now the next throw, Bueno sends it in the screen, and now it turns out to be a 2-point mistake.
Bueno advances to make this catch. That's a great effort by Rock, trying to pull that off the wall. Good throw by Bueno. 3 points for Correa and Bueno.
And good on Bueno moving in from the backcourt, perfectly placing it right along that side wall. Quick one back for his team.
Rock on the left side. Backhand. Bueno from the 8. High and hard to the back wall. Out to the rebote. Played on the forehand. Up. Kubala. Big right side by Correa. Floater. Correa takes this on the right side.
Outside to the outside.
That's a catch by Correa. Cortada will score.
As long as he killed it.
4-4 is the score. Correa serves.
Yeah, again, that 2-wall, it's flying, it's close to the boundary. If you can make the catch and throw a winning cortada, it's kind of the same thing as you let it go without the risk. But that one probably would have been out.
That's a good way of describing it. That's an excellent way of describing it.
But worked harder than he needed to.
There's a backhand, right up the middle. This one caught by Bueno. Kubala, backhand from the 6. Bueno from the 10. Rock's there. Rock powerfully from the forehand. Correa, difficult catch at the 7. Kubala now from the 7. Backhand to the backcourt. Caught by Bueno. Bueno again, this time on the right side. Excellent catch by Rock. Bueno on the bounce, makes the catch. Forehand to the inside. Tough catch with a hop by Rock. What a play. And it scores. 5 points for Kubala and Rock of the Devils. Possible set point.
Well, you don't typically see Rock up in the air. Usually he's on the floor if it's one of the two. But that time climbs the wall, makes maybe the catch of the season for him, and gives his team 2 chances to push it to a 3rd set. That is awesome. Well,
Correa picks the serve, goes to the outside. Kubala stops it. Bueno's got it. This ball's in play. Backhand to the backcourt. Rock sends it back. Bueno's there. Here's Bueno. Ball tipped. We're at 5-5 in the 2nd set. So if Correa and Bueno win this point, they will win the match. If Kubala and Rock win this point, we'll move on to a 3rd and decisive set.
And look at that game day score, too. Devils lead at 2-1 with a point here. The Warriors would tie it up 2-2. And all even heading into that Division I doubles match between Aratz and Douglas up next.
Correa with a powerful serve. That is a first fault and an underserve. Second serve must be good. Ball tipped in the backcourt. That is point and a straight victory for Correa and Bueno. Winning it 6-5, 6-5.
Coming down to the last point of both sets. The Warriors win it in straight sets to tie up this game day. 2 matches remain. Division I singles and Division V doubles. Aratz will take on Douglas coming up next. Let's take a look at some replays here from match number 4, Division 6. Bueno with that nice forehand, but look at Rock. Tremendous defense, charging down the inside. But look at Correa. Great defense of his own, makes the catch in the outside placement. What a highlight that was.
Yeah. Oh, boom. And that, oh, don't do that. Stop. No, it's new. He's kind of like
some nice
big, goofy dog that doesn't know how big it is, you know? Marmaduke. That's it, Marmaduke. Are you familiar with Marmaduke?
I'm not, but...
Okay. We'll go over Marmaduke afterwards. But there's a storyline here.
It's like a baby giraffe. You know?
Catch by Kubala.
2-all here was close.
That's one. But you thought he should have. Yeah.
Look, you know, as long as you throw a winning shot, no problem at all. and again, you don't want to let it drop in either, especially late in the 2nd set. So no fault there at all.
Remember Lalu last season?
Do I remember?
2 or 3 times, and it was like, boom, and just the look on his face. Oh my God!
and that's what you don't want to have happen if you're the Warriors. And just like that, they've overcome that 2-match deficit, and we are tied up heading into our last singles match of the day. Correa and Bueno making their way over to the cage after that win. Boy, what a day, Stu. I'm sorry, man. And there they are. Let's hear from our winners in Division 6 doubles. Congratulations, guys. I mean, it was a big match for you. Everything at stake there. Coming down to the final point of both sets, what was the mindset there for you guys to close it out, Correa?
Just communicating and staying together. Last night I played chess with JR, and he told me that the best defense is offense. So that kind of stuck with me today, and we tried to make something happen.
More importantly, Correa, how's Levi?
Oh, he's doing well. He's at home right now, resting while Daddy's out working.
And will you get any rest tonight?
Yeah, I will try my best.
Okay, congratulations on the win, guys.
Thank you.
Awesome, well played. 2-2 game day now into match number 5. We've got some singles, Division 1. That'll bring out the captains, Arats for the Devils and Douglas for the Warriors. Arats 3-3 this season in singles across his 6 matches played. Douglas is 5-3 across his 8 matches. These two matched up just about a month ago, and remember, Arats won that one in straight sets, so a bit of a revenge factor here for Douglas.
Arats came out firing in that. I mean, just
And
every
he
time
played
he got the ball,
great.
he threw a shot.
Absolutely right, Stu. I remember that was the one day that I wasn't here, but I went back and watched the match. It's like, and Arats wasted no time moving up on the ball, making catches, shooting it when he had the opportunity. Douglas started off a little bit slow.
I'm going to guess that Douglas remembers that. There's
I'm
the
sure he
serve.
does.
This match has begun. Douglas on the catch.
Yeah.
Here's the backhand.
Interested to see how
Powerfully
it
thrown.
goes early. Oh.
That scores. First point for Douglas of the Warriors. He serves.
Goes flying into the corner like that.
He was Arats was committed to the backcourt and just try to climb the back wall. I mean, that's good for him.
Yeah, with fresh ball, you got to make a read. You either back up or get out there for the rebote.
Rebote saved by Douglas to the inside. Arats cuts it off. Arats aggressively back to the inside. That will score. 1-1. Arats serves. Well, I think we can safely say how this one's going to go.
Yeah, I think you're going to see a lot of quick points.
Aggressive
catch,
Arats.
Costado, and a shot.
But, you know, Douglas is keenly aware of how that last one went.
Right, and you see how hard he commits to the 2-all early, so what does Arats do? Keep it inside. I mean, that's the chess match that you see here. Speaking of chess, thank you, Correa. You're going to see it in this matchup right here.
Arats on the catch. Here's the backhand. Rebote. Douglas, forehand rebote. Kicks up. Arats makes the catch again. Arats plays it high. Douglas, rebote, left side. Oh, took some off it for the 2-all that hit the pad. That's the second point for Arats. He serves. Yeah, so Douglas was going for 2-all rebote there, but shaving some power off of it to keep it far away from Arats. I mean, it's an extremely thoughtful play. It just didn't clear the pad.
No.
Firing it, you're not sure if it's going to open up enough to stay away from Arats, so you take some off it, try to drop it in front of him. Bold. Douglas on the catch. Here's the backhand. Arats comes out. The 2-all.
Look at that.
Will land
That's
in
incredible.
and score. 3 points for Arats and the serve.
I'll tell you why this is a very dangerous matchup for Douglas. I mean, number one, he comes into this one as the prohibited favorite. I don't care what happened the last time. Anytime Douglas plays Arats, he's the favorite in singles. He's the front quarter. He's proven it over the last 8 other seasons of battlecourt. But Arats is developing that Costado, and if he throws a good one like that, Douglas can't track it down. Now he's getting, and again, frustrated early. That's a very deflating shot thrown by your opponent. We'll see how Douglas responds.
There's the backhand by Douglas, powerfully thrown. Rebote. Rebote forehand. Catch by Douglas. Karam. Big bounce. Scores. A well-thrown Karam by Douglas midcourt. Gives him 2 points and the serve for the Warriors.
But to put a bow on that thought.
Your point's absolutely key. if you can clear your mind between points, it's one, it's rare in Jai-Alai, but two, it's essential if you can do it.
Again, that was a nicely thrown carom and got it to open up too, away from Arats with a bounce. Little big bouncer in the corner, but he goes up the wall.
Great serve, great catch. Here's the backhand by Douglas. That clears the overhead screen. Robote coming out. Robote to the inside. Douglas to the inside. Backhand from the 6. Robote forehand. Saved by Arats. Douglas makes the catch. Powerful forehand. Chick.
It's not coming out.
Check. Scores. 3-3. Douglas serves. Douglas likes that. I mean,
loves this
it's great
court,
to
the
watch,
ability
like,
to
to
kill it
pass
there.
your opponent powerfully and just hit that spot on the back wall and have it die. There's beauty in that.
Absolutely, and a reason why Douglas has been so successful in singles is because he has all these tools. I mean, he's got a very good right side. He's got a nice costado too, where he can make some shots off of it. But if you give him that back wall, you can put it there too.
Fault, over serve, second serve must be good. Robote forehand save by Douglas is caught by Arats in the air. Powerful forehand, trying to pass. Arats cuts it off. Backhand to the corner. Douglas makes a save with control. Big bounce. Stays inside. Arats has it. Inside placement scores. 4 points for Arats. He serves.
It's just impossible to cover the entire width of this court. And when Arats gets it on the costado, look, he can go high, he can throw a drop shot, he can go with a 2-wall, inside placement. So Douglas has to commit. And after seeing 2-wall after 2-wall the last time they're playing, well, probably in the match and the thoughts leading up to it, that's all he's thinking about is stopping the 2-wall. So the inside's wide open. Smart for Arats here. Throw it where his opponent is not and take the space that the defense is giving him.
Powerful backhand by Douglas for Robote. To the forehand of Arats. Douglas advances, takes it in the air. Costado played to pass. Arats running, will not make the play. 4-4 is the score. Douglas serves for the Warriors.
Douglas draws Arats up when he gets it on the costado, which leaves that back wall wide open. And if you get it over Arats's head, points as good as over here. See how it hits off the back wall and just drops down sharply.
Here's the backhand by Arats, powerfully thrown. Robote comes out to the 6th line. Douglas powerfully from the right side. Robote at the side wall. Arats is there. Wonky bounce. Douglas to the inside where it scores 5 points. And a possible set point for Douglas. He serves. Is he reaching?
Well, he was reaching for it earlier in the match.
A knee?
I certainly hope not. This would be the last thing that the Warriors need here. Within a point of winning this set. It was on one of the costados that Arats threw, and Douglas went outside. I think it was the second one he threw, so just a few points ago. Douglas reached down immediately for that knee, same knee. Seems to be okay.
Here's the backhand by Arats. Rotate forehand. Arats makes the catch. Backhand. Douglas to the 9 line. Robote for Arats at the side wall. Difficult catch by Douglas. Powerful throw. Robote, that rebound off the back wall, played by Arats. Douglas on the catch. Tough catch. Backhand. 2-all. Stop by Douglas. The carom will score. Point and set to Douglas.
Ooh. Well, all right. We may have to go back to this look. We may be watching this replay for the entire 2-minute break here. Arats wanted a call. I don't know if he was looking for the ball to have touched the net or Douglas's hand pushed the net out of there. But if we could take another look, he may have been looking for the hand, and he could have a case.
Well, there's no case.
No, there's no case.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not going to get the call changed.
The judge's whistle on this
sometimes,
particular move.
Stu, even if you're not going to get it changed, it's just good to know that you're right. You know, that's what the kids, especially the kids these days, it's like, look, I know it's not going to change, but I just want to be right.
Sorry, generation, whatever
Come on,
you are,
Stu.
coming after your Gen X, like with both horns and smoke coming out of your nose.
Well,
hey, just sit over there and let's watch the replay, all right? Buddy?
Just if I was a Rotz, that's what I would be saying.
I get the point.
I know it's not.
I get the point. I totally get the point and the frustration with Jai-Alai, believe me. Okay, so he goes in. The cesta is in. No, there's no contact at all with the left hand.
No, not at all.
So he did reach in. So it's a question of how much time he spent maneuvering in. And
you're not going to get a call on that.
No, you're not going to get a call for that. I mean, we've seen
upon further review.
We've seen upon further review. Upon Andrew's review. Andrew, the funny
we agree.
The great thing about you is this, and I will say this sincerely, publicly.
Yeah.
One of your best qualities is that you are all about what is right and what is wrong.
Sure. Justice.
To the very end, you'll stick with it. If you're wrong, you acknowledge it.
Yeah.
You acknowledge it. And if you think you're right, you'll fight it to the, some of the best conversations that I have run away from in Jai-Alai have been between you and the CEO. Good for you. I'm afraid of getting fired. All right, we got another set coming up, yeah?
Yes, Stu, and a well-played first set between Douglas and Arats goes in Douglas's favor, 6-4. But, with the way that Arats started his career and now he's played 9 seasons in battlecourt, I mean, when he began, he was just a completely different player. He was so defensive-minded, and Douglas just started off as one of the top contenders from the first season on. He's been one of the best singles players, even still stepping out for a second set. A lot of pressure on Douglas to just close it out right here and not play any longer than he needs to.
Oh, absolutely. And Arats, especially if he's not shaking off the call that he disagreed with. If he hasn't shaken that off, he's going to come out with focus.
Yeah, Arats has got much better offense, but his defense is really some of the best in this level.
Rebote forehand by Arats. That took off and hit the overhead screen. First point of the second set for Douglas.
A tough way to start off. Rebote takes Arats all the way up into the front court. It escapes a little bit, ends up in the overhead screen. You don't just want to lay it up to the middle of the court. Like, he can clear the screen easily on that, but he would also feed Douglas at about the 6 line. So it's the balance of trying to pass without clipping that screen, and when it escapes, it's a little harder to manage.
Powerful backhand by Arats. Rebote forehand. Excellent catch by Arats at the side wall. He passes. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Crossing the wall, caught by Arats. Backhand with a little clip. Low to the back wall and scoring. 1-1. Arats serves.
Yeah, into the Chula right there. Ball not coming out off the Rebote. That's the spot he's looking for when throwing from that left side.
What a catch by Douglas. Ball missed. It's 2 points for Arats. He serves.
Yeah, keeping that one close to the side wall, and it dropped down at a pretty sharp angle too. Douglas was moving up on it, but at that speed, the timing has to be just perfect as it crosses the wall. It was not that time, and Arats back in front.
Here's backhand by Douglas, powerfully thrown. Wall to wall, out to the Rebote. 2-all by Arats, stopped by Douglas. Douglas passes. Oh, he does not Aratz makes a phenomenal catch. Douglas at the sidewall, an equally tough catch. Aratz committed to the backcourt, makes the play. Backhand to the outside. Douglas reaching for it. That lands in and scores. A third point for Aratz. Aratz serves.
It's a backhand.
Wow.
Backhand clips the side wall.
Yeah.
Gets Douglas on the move, which forces this miss, but I don't think Aratz was going for it. Bails himself out with just great defensive play. This one clips. Douglas is moving. He's reaching. It's close to the boundary. That may have been what threw his concentration off, because that is not one you see him miss, really, ever.
Backhand by Douglas, powerfully thrown. Dropping low, rebote by Aratz. Douglas will take this on the bounce, the 7. Powerful forehand. What a catch. Rebote forehand, Pika rebote. Floating. Aratz has it, sends it back. Douglas stays with it, makes the catch in the air. Powerful backhand, that will pass. Rebote, long 2-all. Douglas makes the catch. Oh, Aratz catches that in the air. Backhand. Forehand, Karen Rebote is out. There's just a lot of tension everywhere in the building right now.
No, match means so much for both of these teams, but Douglas,
we can
again,
report that there's tension.
He takes a little too much off of that one where Aratz is able to catch it in the air. I mean, Aratz is dead if Douglas just passes low and hard to the inside. He
or a
gives
drop
him
shot. You said
anything.
Or a drop shot.
But throwing it that high and lofting it that high in the air gives Aratz time, and with his foot speed, you don't want to give him any extra.
Aratz is one of the few players that can get to that.
Right, exactly.
Beautiful serve by Aratz is caught by Douglas. The backhand caught by Aratz. Rebote, powerfully thrown. Aratz makes the catch, winds up. The 2-all will score. 5 points for Aratz in the second set, possible set point.
Well, Aratz not going down without a fight here, and now going to take a pretty big comeback to prevent a third set. It's a costado. Douglas is pretty close to him. He goes for the 2-wall, gets it to open up nicely. I mean, again, Aratz gets a lot of spin on that costado, which is why he throws it really well and has developed his offensive game. When you have a 2-wall that takes your opponent that deep into the net and that far outside, just opens up the rest of the court and the rest of your shots.
Here's the backhand by Douglas. Rebote, 2-all at the pad. Point and set to Aratz. We'll come back out, play our third and final set in just 2 minutes.
Right, so third set coming up here.
Avoid all eye contact.
No, I'm looking straight down at my computer, Stu, because I wanted to talk about the first matchup between Douglas and Aratz, because the context is important here. And they played back on March 13th. If you remember that March 13th game day, at the time that Douglas and Aratz played, that was the 5th match of the day, the Warriors had already won the day. They were up 4-0 at that point. So that match really didn't mean a whole lot to Douglas, and I say that, you know, you hear how I'm saying it. It didn't mean a whole lot in the sense that that game day was done and the Warriors were just adding more wins to a point that they were already adding to their total.
Compensation for winning a game,
right? But on the flip side of that,
is always there. Is a good motivator.
Right. So again, for Aratz, there was a lot more motivating him that day than Douglas, because the Warriors team was already moving up the standings and everything. Now, in a third set here, after the way that one went, I mean, it was 6-1. You can't feel too good if you're the Warriors right here. And if you're Douglas, again, it's all the pressure in the world is on his shoulders. Aratz is coming out here as a pretty sizable underdog again. He hadn't really beaten Douglas many times throughout his career in singles. And, you know, if you ask the Warriors, you ask the Devils, I mean, I think everyone kind of understands the situation that Aratz is in. As a Division I backcourter, it's not easy for him playing against some of these top players in singles. And the Division I players have to play each opponent twice. 2 wins over Douglas would be impressive. And Arats has had a fabulous season. You see the improvement, you see everything, but if he can knock off Douglas here and get his team the 3rd win of the day with a chance for Benny and Rock to win it up next, and this could be the season for both of these teams. And the one thing too with Douglas, and we talked about it in doubles, when he's aggressive, he throws shots to the outside. We have not seen anything to the outside so far.
Good point. We'll find out momentarily.
It's a function of Aratz's foot speed as well. He doesn't want to give him the ball out there, but not a great sign. But 3rd set, 0-0. Anything could happen here. We'll see if Douglas or Aratz will take it.
Brilliant analysis, Andrew. Very impressed. There's the serve by Douglas. We begin.
I think Ethan. He makes it easy for me.
Thank you, Ethan. Robote forehand. Caught by Aratz. Aratz to the inside. Robote. That rebound off the back wall. Douglas makes the play. Aratz aggressively moves up on it. The 2-all lands in to score. Aratz gets the first point of the decisive 3rd set.
Well, Aratz doing everything right here. He forces a Robote. He moves up on it, and then the 2-all follows. And Douglas, you know, talking to his teammates over in the cage. I mean, frustrating way to start, but you know, that's just great play by Aratz. He did everything right, made the catch, and executed a 2-all.
Douglas up high on the left side. Big backhand.
No, that's over.
Wheel pass. Ooh, good effort by Aratz. A little dangerous. 1-1. Douglas serves.
Well, it's happened a couple times now. You know, Aratz doesn't know the power that Douglas is going to get behind a throw, so he's committing to the backcourt, protecting against the chick-chack and the chula, but again, the Robote would have been the choice there. Ties it up quickly. 1-1.
Aratz up high on the left side. Douglas back at the 9 line. Backhand. Passes, drops in the corner. Aratz makes the save. Douglas has the ball on the outside. Long drop shot.
Oh, it's way in the
Falls short. Aratz has 2 points and the serve.
Well, another one, you can tell that he's a little worried about Aratz's speed. You don't want to throw a poor drop shot that's bouncing too much, and you're going to give it to Aratz up there at the 2 line. So he tries to cut it perfectly and ends up giving the point away.
Here's backhand by Douglas. Caught by Aratz. Douglas from the 9 line. Powerfully. Douglas backs in, has this ball high on the left side. Powerful backhand. Aratz committed to the backcourt, makes a fine catch in the corner.
That is a crazy
Douglas
catch.
on the right side. Powerful forehand. Oh, what a catch by Aratz. Here's the backhand. Oh, what a catch by Douglas. Karam in and scoring. A long Karam beautifully executed by Douglas. 2-2. Douglas serves.
Yeah, and with Aratz trapped so deep in the backcourt, that was really his only chance at a shot. He needed something with a bit of a bounce. Goes with this Karam. And as long as Aratz doesn't catch it in the air, which there's no chance, that's going to bounce up high and get into the net before he can make the catch.
Andrew, I'll tell you this now. There is nothing more beautiful than a high Karam like that where it hits the Miami or the highlight part, cuts to the front wall. My favorite shot in highlight, always.
I'm right there with you. It's a good one.
That's all you have to say? That's a good one?
It's a good shot. I agree with you.
2-all. Beautifully executed by Douglas to score. That's 3 points. He serves.
And that's just his bread and butter. I mean, the Costado 2-all has been such a weapon for Douglas throughout this season. This one coming off the back wall at a nice pace. He set up for it easily. Goes with a 2-all. Look at where that one lands. That is a no-doubter right out of the basket.
Very well.
No chance for Aratz. No chance it was going wide. And Douglas takes the lead back.
Fault. Over serve. Here's the backhand by Rotz. It passes. Robote to the inside. Douglas powerfully from the forehand. He passes. Rotz off the Robote with a light touch. 2-all. Douglas reads it, stops it, returns it, high and hard. Rotz is following. Oh my, what a Robote save. That lands just out. Good effort by Rotz. 4th point for Douglas.
Douglas is kind of laughing as he's walking back because that ball was way closer to landing in than I think anybody thought when it left the basket. That was within a foot, maybe a couple inches, maybe even less. Look at this. I mean, Douglas has had it up here a couple of times. He hits the back wall.
Rotz will not be denied. Look at him move back there. Not in good positioning.
Look at where this lands, though. Look at where it hits the wood. I mean, it's not Douglas's reaction. Look at this. He's like, ooh. Yeah, he gives it the ooh. That was close.
Rotz on the backhand. Wall to wall from the left side. Robote forehand by Douglas. Caught in the air by Rotz. Robote forehand to the outside. Rotz has it. Rotz for the 3-wall play. Chick. Check scores. 3 points for Rotz in the serve.
And more likely than not, if that ball touches the floor first when thrown from the right side, then hits the back wall, it's going to drop straight back down. Seen it from Douglas. Rotz gets his first one of the match. Just a 1-point deficit.
Fault over serve. Good catch by Douglas on the left side. He does pass. Robote at the side wall, saved by Rotz. Douglas moves in. Costavo to the back. Rotz to the back. Robote is saved.
Got to bail himself out again.
Douglas powerfully. He goes to the corner. Out to the Robote. Off the tip, and he lost his footing.
Goodness. What a sequence, Stu.
4-4 is the score. Rotz has the serve for the Devils.
You know, how many times, I mean, it's maybe 3 or 4 times that Douglas hasn't converted when he's had it up at the 2 line on the right side. Rotz saves the Robote. Douglas slips, and he's trying to keep his footing and just can't. Boy, and if he makes that catch, Rotz is on the ground. It would have been 5-3. Now it's 4-4, and the squeegee team's coming out.
The squeegee team. They have a name?
The ref is not letting them continue play. Oh, it's the guy with the red Camry.
Inside joke, folks. Sorry.
I'm sorry. That was, yeah. We usually don't try to do those.
Look at this Robote.
Yeah, let's look at the replay instead. Robote here. Look at he's just slipping. You can tell. That is, man. You got 2 guys on the ground. Not often you see that. Well, at least in Jai-Alai, maybe in boxing. Or soccer or something. I don't know.
There's the backhand by Douglas. Oh, what a catch by Rotz. Rotz powerfully. Douglas is committed and makes a fantastic catch. Robote coming out.
Oh, no. Right up the middle.
There's the catch by Douglas. 2-all. 2 score. 5 points for Douglas and the Warriors. Possible match point.
Yeah, Rotz hooks that Robote just a little bit, which sends it more up the middle and to the outside. You give it to Douglas there. There was no hesitation. He makes the catch. Rotz has to run around him. That's a little too long of a run for a 2-wall like this. Drops it in. Well above the pad, well inside the boundary, and it scores.
Here's the backhand by Rotz. Powerfully thrown. Robote for Douglas. On the forehand. Caught by Rotz. Rotz backhand to the inside. Robote forehand to the outside. Rotz makes the catch. Scopes out the territory. 3-wall play. Douglas saves it. Puts it inside. Rotz aggressively goes back inside to score.
Another match, Stu. 5-5 in the third set.
5-5 in the third set. This is match point.
Douglas digs it out. I mean, just the fact that he got assist on it was a great save, but look at where Aratz is. So the threat of the 2-wall, Douglas commits, and he puts it inside. 1 point to decide this match at 2-2 in the game day. We may have to ask Robote Analytics, but have we ever had a game day where 3 matches have come down to the last point of a third set? And we're only in match 5.
Douglas on the catch. Here's the backhand. That comes out. Aratz. 2-all.
Not enough.
Stopped by Douglas. Douglas powerfully from the forehand. 3-all play. Aratz is on it. He makes a save. Douglas on the catch. Powerful throw. That will score. Point and a hard-fought match for Douglas of the Warriors.
The last point of the third set. Douglas closes it out for the Warriors. Wow, the second time the Warriors have done it today. And the second win for Douglas late in a third set. So it's the Warriors that get their third win first. They've secured at least a tie. We'll see what happens in our last match. Benny and Rock against Correa and Bueno in Division 5. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Joe Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Joe Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one. And we're joined in the cage by our winner, Douglas. Been quite the dramatic day for you. Both matches coming down to the last point of a third set, but you've been clutch, able to close both out. What was the key there late in that third set to get it done?
Man, that was, I think I said this game days ago. That was definitely the most tired I've been in a long time. I don't know what it was. Both matches were to the last point, like you said, in the
It's
third
all
set.
the highlight you played, all the catching, all the running, all the 2-wall.
Man, I was exhausted. And I know Aratz was tired too. He played a heck of a game. Yeah, I don't know. I was just trying to fight and stay in it, and I got the win. So, sometimes it goes your way, and today it did, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I mean, when you get to those 5-5 points, I mean, what are you feeling? Do you love the pressure? Do you love those moments? Or what's going on in your head there?
I really do. I think a lot of people play conservative in those situations, and I've learned over the years that you can't play conservative if you want to win lots of times, especially in those high ranks. Today I threw back to Chick-Chack on that last point twice, but that was the right shot, so I wasn't going to risk it with anything else, and it worked out for me.
Awesome,
it really
Douglas.
did. You played great.
Thank you,
2 wins for you today, and your team has a tie already. Good luck in this last match.
Thank you.
Well, we'll see if Correa and Bueno could win the day for the Warriors, and that was, probably weren't expecting that after the first 2. Let's see these teams. Benny and Rock against Correa and Bueno. Remember, the Warriors are using a sub in this match. It's supposed to be Correa and Cabrera. However, Cabrera is out, so Bueno will be subbing in the backcourt. The second time we've seen this Correa and Bueno team today. They do represent the Warriors in Division 6, but here they are a rank up with a chance to win the game day for their side. Devils won the first 2 matches. Echeverry and Kubala took down Alex and Bueno. That one came down to the last point of a third set. Then Benetrix added a dominant singles win. Since that point, Douglas and Manny, Correa and Bueno, and Douglas in singles adding 3 wins for the Warriors to get to this point. With the game day on the line, chance for the Devils to end it in a tie or the Warriors to win it.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready to begin our last match for the game day. Benny will have the serve for the Devils. Benny in the front court, I'll tell you.
Benny in the front court at the game
He
day.
has all types of shots that he works on. Let's see how this one goes.
On full display here.
Benny serves. Our last match is underway. Rock on the catch. Here's the backhand. Rock from the 9 line. Bueno at the back wall. Fine catch. Low and hard. Benny back at the 8 line. Long cortada. Picked up by Correa. Rock.
Oh.
Awkward, but good.
He got it.
Catch by Bueno. Powerful forehand by Rock. Caught by Correa. Correa powerfully from the right side. Rock's there. Beautiful catch. Behind the 9. Correa to the outside.
I didn't have control.
Rock did not have control. Lost the ball. First point of this match goes to the Warriors. Correa and Bueno.
You know, typically when it's Benny and Rock, it's a big game of keep away from Benny up there in the front court. They're trying to play it to Rock in the back, who struggled in terms of his catch rate and also the out-of-play rate, too. I mean, Rock is third, 5.3%. He's thrown 22 balls out of play, which is the most of any backcourter in battle court.
That's an ace. 2 points for Correa and Bueno.
And then you pair it up with the catch rate, too. I mean, Rock at 86.5%, 35th out of 39 qualifying players, and 3 of the guys that are below him are all on the taxi squad.
Benny makes the catch, throws the 2-all, it scores. It's a point for Benny and Rock. Benny serves.
And that's what he's been doing all season long. I mean, it shows in their point results. Benny and Rock have thrown 35 winners. They've only given up 14. Correa and Bueno, I mean, they've thrown 5 and they've given up 16. Shows you just how dramatic and how offensive-minded Benny is up there in the front court. Playing up there for the first time in his career, too.
Correa going for the serve. Has a tip ball. 2-2. Benny serves.
Benny, no fear firing that ball right in the middle of the service box. Again, if Correa gets it on his left side, maybe not as concerned if he catches it on his right, but I mean, still, he's got it up 10 lines in front of him. Oh, and an ace.
An ace for Benny. 3-2. Benny serves.
And I love this serve from Benny. He's throwing it up the middle because he's trying to cross the sidewall here deep in the backcourt. I don't think he really has a fear of if Correa's going to step in front of it. He'll take his chances, but he's really trying to trip up Bueno here.
Correa?
Successfully.
But Correa has the potential for putting himself in position to scoop it. The serve.
Yeah, he's
he
looking
gets a
for
little
something.
wily that way.
Yeah.
Here's the backhand by Bueno. Rock to the outside. Clean ball ruled to have been tipped in the backcourt. That's a 3rd point for Correa and Bueno. Correa serves. We'll just call those jazz hands.
Yeah, and Rock's an honest guy, but still's not going to do you any good. You know?
Yeah.
He's gotten a lot of goodwill, but it doesn't help.
100%. No question, but
if it's a tip, it's a tip.
Rebote forehand, just missed. 4th point for Benny and Rock.
Yeah, testing Correa off the rebote, too. I mean, that's been a pretty good formula. Correa and Bueno have given up 12 points off of missed rebotes. They've won 8, so, I mean, that's a pretty effective strategy, too. Just send it over Bueno's head, force Correa to beat you with the rebote. He can get it up there, and he'll consistently make the save, but it's just the damage he's going to do off the rebote is pretty limited.
It's a hard serve by Benny. Caught and returned by Bueno. Rock from the 9 line. Powerful backhand. Stays inside. Bueno. Wall to wall from the left side. Backhand by Benny. Rebote. Rebote forehand by Correa. Benny's got it. Rebote forehand by Correa. Benny's got it.
This is exactly what they want. Rebote after rebote and wait for the opportunity.
catch by Correa. Backhand thrown hard. Rock with a tip. 4-4 is the score in the first set. Correa serves.
Well set up, but just not a great shot attempt that time by Benny. I mean, kind of got caught between a 2-0 and a drop shot, which ended up putting a soft placement into the middle of the court, right where Correa can do some damage, put it back on the wall, and gets one to make it 4-4 and ties it up.
Rock with the catch. Here's the backhand. In and out of the set stick goes 5 points for Benny and Rock. Possible set point. I'm going to guess that Benny's going to go for an ace here.
Yeah, he's going for something. Pretty good odds if you go a fault or an ace. Well, put that one right to Bueno.
Here's the backhand. Rock's there. Rock from the 9 line powerfully. Rebote coming up the middle. Correa's on it. Plays the inside. Rock high on the right side. Bueno takes that one on the bounce deep. Rebote forehand. Tipped.
Tough.
In the front court. 5-5. Set point.
And if Correa can keep putting these rebotes high and lofting along the side wall, that's not going to be an easy catch for Benny here. I mean, he is the higher ranked player, but it doesn't matter when you place it like that. 5-5, another set, Stu. Comes down to 1 point.
Good serve by Correa. Rocks on it in the backcourt. Hard throw. Rebote forehand. Benny takes it on the bounce. Cortada. Stop by Correa. Correa, big backhand. Rebote coming back out. Benny on the rebote. Correa with control at the 8. Benny has it on the backhand. Big backhand. Rebote coming all the way out. Benny on the catch. Rebote forehand. Benny has it on the bounce. Cortada will score. Point and set to Benny and Rock of the Devils.
Another tense set going down to the last point, and nicely executed there by Benny. Cortada softly to the inside. Made sure he crossed the sidewall there too. And contact with the sidewall changes the position where that ball's coming in for Correa on the catch, and they're just going to see a few more misses that way. 6-5, the Devils able to take that opening set here of our final match. Doing some math here, Stu. I apologize.
Why do you apologize for doing math? It's part of your job.
So the last 7 sets, 5 of them have been 6-5, and 1 of them has been 6-4. Yeah, that is right. I can't believe it, because that's how competitive this day has been. Of the last 7 sets we've played today, 5 of them have come down to the 11th point, and the other one was 6-4, and the other was 6-1. But we don't have to talk about the 6-1. How competitive of a day is it?
But we do have to talk about the we. We haven't played. They've played.
Yeah,
you and I have sat in these extremely comfortable chairs. I have a fan blowing cool air my direction, so I don't overheat.
Maybe you should give it to Douglas. He was, be a good guy. Be a good teammate, Stu.
I'm not on the team. I have.
This is our team.
Andrew, this is our team. Yes, announcers. Blocked off in our own nice area now. Here we are on the Devils side of things. See, Benetrix came out and faced Carbio earlier.
An interesting breakdown for this Benny and Rock team. Highest percent of points won has come off of winners, nearly 38% of their points, which starts with Benny up there in the front. He wasn't too aggressive with the 2 walls, especially late in that set. I was watching, like, is he going to throw something to the outside? There's just so much risk associated with that. If you can just keep throwing Cortadas to the inside and Again, if Correa catches it, great, but just do it over and over again. That seemed to be a winning formula, and in the end, they convert. Game day score in favor of the Warriors for the moment. Win in one of these next 2 sets for the Devils, and it'll be a 3-3 game day tie.
We are ready to begin our second set. Correa has a serve for the Warriors.
And if the Warriors tie here, Stu,
yes,
2 wins, 3 losses, 7 ties for them on the season. 7 of their 12 game days played.
Correa serves. Rock has it on the forehand. Correa with the catch midcourt. Rock coming in has a tip ball. First point of the second set goes to the Warriors. Correa and Bueno.
Honestly, pretty good strategy from both teams in that first set. I mean, Benny's going to get back there and demand the ball sometimes, and also when he gets control of the point, he can just keep passing over and over again. But trying to get it to Rock when they can, and another drop serve. Quickly 2-0.
2 points for Correa and Bueno. Correa serves.
Particularly those serves that come back to Rock's forehand have given him a lot of trouble. It's just a different spin. That ball doesn't want to stay in the basket, and that one falling out at the last second.
Benny's going to do something. He's going to either take it in the air, or, I don't know, I'm predicting a scoop or something along those lines. There, he took it in the air.
Took it off the floor.
Benny scores on the forehand off the serve. First point for Benny and Rock in the second set. Benny serves.
Well, you said it, Stu. I mean, that one comes in low, but, I mean, he's got to go for it. Right to him, in his catch radius, makes the play, and that ball, the right side for Bueno. That ball has been popping out all day.
There's a catch by Bueno. Here's the backhand. Rock's there. Rebote forehand. Benny makes the catch. Keeps it on the right side. Powerful right side. He passes. Rebote forehand by Correa. Benny has it on the bounce. Cortada, low and scoring. 2 points. 2-2. Benny serves.
Well, you think about the matchups here in terms of rank. I mean, you got a 6th ranked front quarter and a 2nd ranked front quarter here. So Benny's going to go for this matchup again. Keeps it low, close to the floor, but that second bounce, and that, Correa's got to crouch down and control it there. That's not easy to do.
Scoop by Correa. Yeah,
well,
yeah.
You were on it, Stu. I give you credit.
I mean, it was coming at some point. Rebote forehand. He just can't help himself. No. There's the backhand by Benny. Bueno with a good catch at the back wall. Benny from the 8 line powerfully. Bueno on the catch. A fine catch, the 8. Looks to pass. Caught by Benny. Benny high and hard to the back wall. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand for Correa, looking to get it away from Benny. It will score. 3 points for Correa and Bueno. Correa serves. I had to watch really close to see if it was a scoop or he caught it low. And I was looking for it. And it was definitely a scoop off the serve.
Well, how about that Rebote too, Stu?
Yeah, it's bold.
High lofting from the outside and forces Benny to drop one.
Here's a backhand by Rock. It's a low runner. Caught by Bueno. Rock comes up with a clutch catch at the last moment.
Yeah, not great communication, but they're okay now.
Benny makes the catch. There's the backhand, powerfully thrown into the corner, out to the rebote. Correa is there. Benny takes it in the air. Cortada. Caught by Correa. Benny at the wall, tremendous catch. Correa has this one on the forehand, powerful right side. Stopped, but not held on to in the backcourt. A 4th point for Correa and Bueno. Correa serves.
And Correa fired up, too.
This is I haven't seen Correa play like this in, well, it's been a long time. Yeah. Fatherhood may have something to do with it.
Is that sleep deprivation, maybe?
Either that
could be a part of it. Yeah.
I have no idea.
Fired up.
Benny somehow comes up with the catch, maintains control. Bueno, perfect positioning. Benny makes the catch in the air. Cortada scores. A third point for Benny and Rock. Benny serves.
Yeah, the Warriors have had to work very hard for these points, and whereas the Devils, I mean, it's just coming a little bit easier, this offense. Another cortada from Benny up there just above the pad, and with Correa that far off the wall, very unlikely that Bueno's going to get there before the second bounce.
Correa picks a difficult serve, powerful backhand into kind of a Trula. Bueno makes the catch. Cortada scores. 5 points for Correa and Bueno. Possible set point.
Well, a good example of the 1-on-2 just doesn't really work out here. I mean, Benny's trying to recover and trying to maybe play Rock space a little bit, expecting something to float back into the corner. Bueno just keeps it low and made him pay. Very well thrown from the backcourt.
Rock on the catch. Here's the backhand, powerfully thrown. Robote kicks out. Robote forehand by Correa, caught by Benny. Bueno at the 10 line. Back to the side wall, and scoring. Point and set for Correa and Bueno. A third and final set is coming up in just 2 minutes.
So a split set situation here as we go into the last set of the game day. So now we know exactly what's going to happen, Stu. If the Warriors win this set, they will win the game day 4-2. If the Devils win this set, it will end in a 3-3 tie. Let's take a look at those standings here because we'll see how that would impact the result. So if the Devils and Warriors both get half a point, well, the Warriors move up into that tie with the Renegades and Fireballs, and the Devils move into a tie for fifth with the Cyclones. A win for the Warriors, though, would propel them all the way up into solo second place, and more importantly for the rest of the teams, would keep the Devils down there at 4.5. At that look right there, Stu, every team has 4 game days remaining, so that is a clean look with 4 left for every team. The only thing that you could really say right now is the Chargers are probably okay, but I have to, qualify that with probably. We don't really know for certain yet.
Completely random thought that's not going to mean anything to anybody who doesn't live in South Florida, but the way you were looking at that and concentrating reminded me of the weathercaster Brian Norcross just before Hurricane Andrew.
Oh.
He just looked at it. Remember, we didn't have a lot of experience with big storms at that time, right?
Yeah.
He just looked at it and said, okay, this is a problem at one point. And that's what I just saw in you.
It's tight up there. I mean, we haven't seen anything like that in any one of the battlecourt seasons, now in season number 9. As competitive as anything we've ever put out there on the court, Stu. Just a great product, so much parity across the board. And look, I mean, this could really be the Devils' season here. I mean, down to a third set, if Benny and Rock lose it after leading this game day 2-0, that would just be a devastating blow to their chances to make the playoffs.
No, I have to admit, I'm a fan of this parity. I really am a fan. I mean, a blowout's good for your pipes, right? But
always, yeah.
That the dryer thing that collects the dust, that needs to be blown out every now and then, but I don't like blowouts on Highline.
In tomorrow's game day, Fireballs and Renegades, so those two teams tied at 5.5 points will be in action tomorrow. Third set coming up here. Benny and Rock begin with the serve.
Benny back to that serve. We begin. Third set. Backhand by Bueno. Powerfully thrown. Robote. Correa will make that catch on the forehand. Sidearm. Comes back inside. Benny. Clutch catch off the scoop and a 2-all that scores. First point of the decisive third set goes to Benny and Rock.
Yeah, and Correa just chest tap, putting his hand up. My bad, my bad. Absolutely. You just can't give the ball to Benny. And when Correa threw that right side late in the second set that crossed the side wall, came back to Rock's forehand, Rock looked so uncomfortable and just had no chance to catch it. I mean, he doesn't need to keep it low. He doesn't need to throw it to Benny. Just go high, cross the side wall, and force Rock to beat you.
Strong serve and an excellent catch. Here's Rock. backhand from the 9. Correa has it on the right side. Powerful forehand, crossing the wall, caught by Benny. Benny, big backhand, Robote. Robote forehand, up the middle, caught by Benny. Cortada by Benny. Correa going in, pulling it off the side wall. Great catch. Benny's there. Big backhand follows. Robote. Robote forehand. Benny's there again. Adjusts. Sends it back.
This one high.
Robote's save attempt is going to go wide. Difficult play there at the side wall. 2 points for Benny and Rock of the Devils. Benny serves.
Smart play by Benny again. Well, Correa makes a stop on the first Cortada, so what does he do? He doesn't go back to the same thing. He goes high this time. Gets over Bueno's head and forces a difficult rebote for Correa off his footing. Just couldn't get that one up off the front wall.
Here's a catch by Bueno. Backhand. Rock from the forehand. High to the front wall. Bueno's there. Benny on the rebote. Correa has a tip ball midcourt. 3 points for the Devils. Benny and Rock. Benny serves.
The aggressiveness for Correa really worked in that second set. Backfiring a little bit here to start off set 3. It was that first carom attempt. It came right to Benny, and that one is a very difficult catch. He's reaching back to his non-dominant side, his left. It's just not one you're going to see brought in consistently.
So, I'm not sure. We haven't gotten a report of what's going on.
I know these don't exist in battlecourt, but
They
like
don't.
A mutually agreed to break by both teams. Which,
No,
yeah,
it can't.
Which doesn't really happen.
No, it's not a break. Benny had his helmet off. Benny, no, something's up with Benny.
Yeah.
Or was. But he seems to, all right, he seems to be back together. Judge's whistle. Chief Judge going out to talk to Benny, double check that he's all right. Benny gives him the nod.
That's good.
Correa picks the serve. Here's the backhand. Rock's on it. Backhand by Rock. Powerfully thrown. High and hard to the back wall. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand. Benny on the backhand. Right to the corner. Bueno reaches in, comes out with the catch. Rebote up the middle. 2-all. Caught the pad. There'll be no shutout in the third set. Correa and Bueno. The Warriors are on the board with a point. Correa serves.
Game of inches, that 2-all just a little bit low. Probably would have scored instead. Gives the Warriors there first. Another look here. He's setting this up. Backing up into position. 2-all comes out. Yeah.
Rebote forehand. Caught by Benny. Here's the backhand. Bueno with a fine catch. Benny from the left side. Powerful backhand again. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Correa. Rock's there. Rock now from the 8 line to the inside on the wall. The whole way. Correa gets in there to make the save. Benny's moving up on it. Moving up on it, rather. 2-all. Scoop by Correa. Big backhand. Wonky bounce. Rock's on it. He keeps the point alive. Correa with control. Backhand to the inside. Benny reaching up high to make the catch.
What a recovery.
Here's the backhand. Rebote. Rebote forehand by Correa. Caught by Benny. Benny from the forehand. A Cortada stopped by Correa. Rebote save again by Rock. Correa aggressively on the forehand into, oh my, what a point. played by all 4 players. That's 2 points for Correa and Bueno. Correa serves.
Well,
I have never seen Correa play this aggressively, ever.
No. Well, that's the type of shot I was calling for here. It's like a high carambola back to Rock, because this kick off the sidewall back to his forehand, difficult spin to handle, and if you don't get there in the air, the ball's not coming back out to you. Credit to Rock with 2 tremendous rebote saves in that point, but that was all Correa, and he deserved that one. Gets his 2nd point for the team, and only down 1 now in this 3rd set.
Scoop on the outside, stop the cortada, all in 1 point.
Amazing. Just a great sequence.
Rock on the catch. Here's the backhand. Rotate forehand to the inside. Benny on the scoop, high on the left side. Bueno from the 10 line. Robote forehand. Caught by Bueno. Bueno from the 9 line. High ball is tipped up high. We're tied up 3-3. Correa serves.
Oh, man, and one again that Benny is kind of right near as it's crossing the side wall. He doesn't let Rock know until it's by him that that ball is Rock's. And it forces a miss. That's the importance of communication, and especially early communication. If Benny's not going to get there in the air, just yell out to the backcourt. He's all alone.
Rock on the catch. Here's the backhand. Bueno missed the scoop. 4th point for Benny and Rock. Benny serves.
Again, Devils were up 3-0, their first point. Quite a while here in this 3rd set. And again, all Rock makes a tough catch off the serve. Low running backhand to get Bueno backing up. Looks like a particularly fresh basket from Bueno. Is he working with a new cesta?
I really don't know.
I don't think so, but it looks very new.
Benny on the catch up high. Rebote. Correa, eyes on the rebote. Crossing the wall.
Oh, boy.
What a catch by Benny. Another beautiful forehand rebote by Correa. Rock stops this one.
Yeah, his rebote has really kept the Warriors in this match. He scored on it, and these are not easy for Benny to handle crossing the side wall.
Powerful backhand, rebote. Gonna come to the outside. Correa's out there, forehand rebote. Rock's on it. Backhand from the 9 line. Beautiful catch by Benny off the wall. Forehand rebote again. Big right side by Benny. Out to the rebote. Correa left side rebote. Gets in there. Benny takes it on the bounce. 2-all. Will kill that point.
Oh.
Benny and Rock, the Devils lead 5-3 in the 3rd set. Possible match point.
Well, you love this from Benny. He hasn't thrown a lot of 2-alls, maybe a function of Correa and his right side. You don't want to have him stop one, but this is what's gotten him to this 4-4 record. It's been Benny up there in the front shooting a lot of 2-alls. He came into this match 5th on the roster in total kills. He's doing it a lot with the 2-all, a lot with the drop shot. Finally having the confidence and the opportunity to execute one there late in the 3rd set and pushes his Devils within 1 of the win. Match win here would result in a game day tie at half a point and really keep their season alive.
Here's the catch by Bueno. Backhand. Caught by Benny. Benny on the backhand. Powerfully to the inside. Rebote. Forehand by Correa. Benny moves up on it, makes the catch. Cortada will score. Point, set, and match for Benny and Rock, taking it 6-3 in the 3rd set.
And what a game day played between the Devils and Warriors. In the end, it's a 3-3 tie. And we'll hear from Benny and Rock over in the cage.
Real money games are live in Florida. Real money games are live in Florida!
Real money games are live in Florida.
Real money games are live in Florida!
Real money games powered by Pass Motor Racing are now live in Florida, only on Hard Rock Bet. All you need is $1 to start. Win money your first 24 hours or get a games bonus back up to $100.
Let's check out that game day score here. Another one ending in a 3-3 tie. Benny and Rock over here with me in the cage after that win for the Devils, guys. I mean, that was a big, big spot. As here we are over in the cage with them, guys. Big spot there. You won the first 2 matches, lost 3 in a row, and here you are. You need a win to get half a point on the game day. What's going through your minds as you step out there?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of pressure on us because, you know, we needed to win to get some points for our team. And we had a couple of close matches, Echeverry and Rats, you know, and Rats in the singles came down to, you know, the last couple points. And, you know, so there's a lot of pressure on us to go out there and win.
Yeah, and Rock, for you, what do you think was the team's strategy today, now 5-4 playing alongside Benny?
As long as we come out of the day without a 0, we that's the biggest thing. As long as we're not coming out of the day with a goose egg. Yeah. And but fortunately, Benny he came up clutch again as usual. Yeah. And unfortunately, Kabbalah and I, we couldn't come out with a victory because we're dire need of a victory. We need one just for whether it's for the team, is also for our self-esteem.
Sure. Well, hey, you guys got half a point. You're moving up the standing. And a big win for you guys. Congratulations. Let's take a look here at those standings before we depart, because you're going to see there the Devils now moving up into a tie with the Cyclones for last place, and then the Warriors now move into a 3-way tie for second, along with the Fireballs and Renegades. Now just half a point separating second down to 6th place in our standings. What an incredible game day here. We're going to be back in action tomorrow night at 3 p.m. for the Fireballs and Renegades. We'll see you then.